Ladies and gentlemen, to IWA Warroom. I am your host, Larry, and we are here for a game changer and many other things in the pro wrestling world as time goes on. And as we go with that, be sure to check out the companies Forever Pro Wrestling, Pure Pro Wrestling, Dropkick Championship Wrestling, Scottish Wrestling Entertainment, Alpha Championship Wrestling, New Era Wrestling, Texas Style Wrestling, Imperial Wrestling Federation, International Wrestling Cartel, House of Glory, Combat Zone Wrestling, Extreme Pro Wrestling, Juggalo Championship Wrestling, Deadlock Pro Wrestling, Squared Circle Megastars, Apple City Championship Wrestling, Major League Wrestling, Enterprise Pro Wrestling, Wrestling Revolver, Five-Star Championship Wrestling, Horror Slam, Micromania Tour, Three Legacies Wrestling, Rise Underground Pro Wrestling, Southern Wrestling Alliance, Breakout Pro Wrestling, Continental Championship Wrestling. ICW North, ICW Milwaukee, ICW NHB, Championship Wrestling 1, Chaotic Wrestling, Discover Pro Wrestling, Atomic Legacy Pro Wrestling, City Championship Wrestling, Palmetto Championship Wrestling, Wrestling with Pride, Pro Wrestling Turbo, Odyssey Pro Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Magic, Valor Pro Wrestling, Viral Pro Wrestling, Elite Breakout Wrestling, Asylum Wrestling Revolution, SWF Live Pro Wrestling, NHB No Holds Barred, Bree Combination Wrestling, SVN Insane Championship Wrestling, Game Changer Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. And also, with that being said, there are also some news with some of these companies I just said, with shows coming up within this month or next. With 4PW Forever Pro Wrestling has their show Fair Fight coming up on Saturday, June 28th. PPW Pure Pro Wrestling has a show called Bay City Brawl Saturday, June 7th. DCW Sunday, July 20th, School's Out. ACW Battle of Burbank, Saturday, July 5th. ACW's Alba Championship Wrestling, IWF Mega Slam is on the way. Scottish Wrestling Entertainment hosts Johnny Storm, Saturday, May 31st. Hog House of Glory is having a show on June 7th, presented by Mike Santana, called Puerto Rican Weekend. And that should be a spectacle to be sure. Also, next up, CCW Showdown will be taking place on June 21st. Combat Zone Wrestling International Wrestling Cartel will have The Last Stand on June 21st. CCW Continental Championship Wrestling will be having Bash at the Brew. Welcome, Fiendish Ways. Squared Circle Megastars will be having Saturday Night Fever on August 23rd, 2025. DPW Victory Lap, June 15th. Also, Chaos Wrestling will be holding Wild Summer Nights on June 21st. ACCW Apple City Championship Wrestling will be hosting on June 7th ACCW Live. Also, Firestar Championship Wrestling will be holding their second anniversary show on June 15th. Horror Slam will be hosting on June 13th, Friday the 13th, which will be a hardcore freaking spectacle. If you have never checked out these companies, please, I strongly suggest you do. You will not be disappointed, either in live, in person, or on Facebook, YouTube. Try to find their stuff wherever you can. Welcome, Miss Alexa Rain. Whoa, that will be impressive to see. You and Jackie Tyson will put on a spectacle, to be sure. SVN No Easy Way Out will be happening on July 26th. TLW Three Legacies Wrestling will be holding Spirit of the Ring on June 28th. Also, ICW North will be hosting Northwood's Death Trip on June 7th. Now that's going to be a very violent spectacle if you have never checked them out. Chaotic Wrestling will be holding up Charged Up June 20th. Well, congrats to you, sir. Congrats on winning the title. PWM, will be hosting the show called Step Brothers, where all matches will be held inside a steel cage on June 21st. War Chamber for MLW will be happening on June 7th. Yeet! Yes, yeet, yeet. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
How you doing?
Not too bad. I was going over some shows in the pro wrestling world that are hosting shows. I am almost done with this one.
Oh, go ahead.
Playa Hates Ball on June 29th, Sunday, will be hosted by Balor Pro Wrestling. VPW Summer of Reckoning will be happening on June 21st. Elite Breakout Wrestling will be having Alliance on June 7th. On Friday, June 11th, Asylum Wrestling Revolution will be holding Return of the Outlaw 3. GCW has Hit 'em Up on August 1st. GCW Emo Fight on August 2nd. And Bloodsport August 2nd. Hello, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Just got into work. Into my first stop.
Yes, sir.
Not too bad.
I hope it does all go well for you in the end.
Oh man, it's supposed to be a 13-hour shift. I got 8 o'clock stops, like 8 o'clock a.m.
Yeah.
So I gotta kind of go slow. I'm gonna be sitting for a while.
That's understandable, and sometimes them roads are not always good to be on. We got some crazy drivers that shouldn't be driving.
Yeah, tell me about it. But I guess we can get right into basically the elephant in the room with me leaving certain chats and certain groups. It was nothing personal. With my game being wiped out, that really put a stain on a lot of stuff that I was doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of frustration grew upon me because having to recreate everything that you had, and it was a lot of stuff that I had to do. And like I said, I'm doing all this on my own. And then like with the stuff that's going on, it was just a lot. So with me having to try to recreate and do all that, and then the stuff that's going on that I'm not really aware of or like privy to, of course I'm gonna get aggravated with it because I'm not understanding what's going on because I'm not even chatting up to see or know that what's going on, or nobody's even saying anything about what's going on either. I'm just looking up and I'm just seeing people leave, or asking to come back, or I didn't mean to leave. You have me back, and you had them back, and they leave again. It's like I'm just wasting time at this point. So, like the people who left, I'm not re-adding them. This one person that did leave, that I know why she left, so she's welcome back. But I'm not just keep doing that. It's a waste to me because I'm already having to backtrack and redo everything, and then I'm having to deal with that too on top of that. And I'm like, that's not why I even created IWA or why it was even created. It wasn't created for that.
Yeah.
It was created for people to be showcased. It wasn't created to be competitive or try to take nobody's spot or nothing like that. That wasn't the intentions of it. So I don't even want to be put in that category where I'm trying to compete with nobody or think I'm better or nothing like that. I'm literally there just to showcase the talent.
Exactly. We know what you're about, especially the ones that tune in each and every single time that we're on here.
Yeah, I don't even want to get caught up in that or even be one of the names get popped up in. Well, you got to watch out for IWA. I don't even want to be in the midst of that. I just want to showcase the talent and go from there. I don't want to have to even be trying to explain anything that I'm doing or trying to do because I pretty much laid it out what I'm doing, and the guys who are there understand what I'm doing. And the newer guys who do come in, I make it known to them. I hit them up personally, and I tell them how it runs there. It don't run like everybody else runs. On the weeks where we don't do shows, I do cutscenes, so that way people can be somewhat like featured, even though we don't have a show. I explain this stuff. Now, for those who get upset about those cutscenes because they confused, is beyond me because I'm literally telling them what I'm doing so they are aware of the cutscenes. But sometimes I just be spontaneous and just throw one out there. But usually those people can kind of put that together and see what I'm doing.
Yeah,
But it's just I don't. The confusion part of it is weird to me because it's not that hard and it's not that deep. It's really not. I'm not telling y'all to role play. I'm not telling y'all not to role play. I'm telling y'all to be yourselves. And that's about it. And the
yeah,
fact that half these people don't know how to be themselves, they getting caught up in trying to be serious or taking stuff the wrong way or taking it personally. That's not what this was intended for.
exactly. This is supposed to be
So
about having fun.
yeah, so
And
I'm
hello,
not even
Mr.
supposed to.
Raleigh, and welcome, Mr.
Hey,
Davis.
yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not even supposed to be doing all this. It's not that deep to me. I'm not supposed to get caught in that.
Yeah,
And that's why I took myself out of the mix until I can kind of get my brand back to where it needs to be because I lost everything. So I have to figure that out and get everything back sorted. And with people leaving, I had to rearrange the card, and then I rearranged the card, and then more people leave. So it's like, how do you think that's making me feel that I'm constantly redoing the card, and then people just up and leave like, oh well, bye.
you've had to
Uh,
redo it a few times, and
yeah,
freaking there's gats always happens in wrestling, though. We always have cards subject to change, people come and go, but look what you're doing. You're putting out something for us, and I think those freaking posters are beautiful. I think what you're promoting is great, brother.
I appreciate that. Like I said, I ain't crying and I'm not bitching about it. It's just
No, yeah.
I wish people have the consideration of what I'm literally having to do on my own. And
Yeah.
I'm working. I've been working like almost like damn near since I've been back from vacation. I'm almost on my I think my fifth or sixth day, and I'm having to work 10 days straight. Go home at like 4 o'clock in the morning, create to like 7 or 8, then go to sleep. Still have to spend time with my wife and do like life stuff, then
Yeah.
sleep and then get ready for work. So it's like I'm dealing with shit too, and I get people dealing with stuff too, but I got shit too I'm dealing with. So like,
If I could
goddamn,
add
get
something to that, can y'all hear me?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 I just
We hear you.
one good thing about all of this though is that you get to control the pacing of it. Like you don't work for somebody with this, like if you got to take an extra week or two or whatever, just tell the roster, hey, we need a little more time to put this together because we want it to be right. Or these things happen. It's unfortunate when they do, wipes and stuff. And we understand, like, it takes time to put everything back the way it was or the restructure and stuff. You don't have to feel rushed at all. Like, you don't have to feel like stressed about, like, I wouldn't want you to be stressed about all of it if you don't have to be. And I get it, like, when people just up and leave and you don't know why they left. Well, see, look, there's leaving the chat, and then there's leaving the promotion, and they're not always the same thing. You know, that's sometimes people you don't know why they left the chat, right? It could be because they quit, right? Or it could be something else going on, right? And they didn't want to leave, but for whatever reason they had to exit some chats. Well, you never know until you ask people, right? One way to
Well,
go about that is
okay,
okay.
but I'm not even trying to cut you off. But why should I have to reach out when somebody just
No,
up and quit like that when it
well,
worked both
you
ways?
don't necessarily have to. I guess what I'm trying to say is this, right? So let's say somebody leave the group or whatever, and that throws everything into disorder because this person left. You see, like it's gonna put you in a situation where you're having to always change up stuff because of what somebody else did. Another way to do it, and this is just an option, is if if a match is, if a card is playing, we're gonna put on the damn card. Somebody leaves prior to the thing. Okay, well, that'll be their last match. But don't let them like kick what you got going on to the curb because that's stressing you out. I mean, it's just unless they tell you don't use my fucking car on your show, or something like that,
Yeah,
right? You can still.
that's exactly how Corey said that to me. He said, "Don't use my
Oh,
fucking claw."
oh shit!
And he said,
He said that.
yeah, he told me that. And then he had he was waving around like a stick, and he was like, "Don't
I
use
didn't
my
know
fucking
Corey be
claw."
cussing like that.
Yeah, he was
That's a
cursing and
shock.
just going crazy. Like, don't use my fucking claw. I'm gonna kick your ass. And I was like, well, damn, okay. What I do?
He said, because when things happen as a showrunner, you do have to ask questions every now and then, and welcome be more.
Now, I do ask questions. It's just the randomness of it when I
Yeah,
literally ask people, are they okay? And then they say, yeah, I'm okay. And then they just, everything gone.
yeah. Well, yeah. I guess the reason I said what I said is because I hate to see like random stuff with this person and that person throw off what
Uh,
you trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Corey is saying, whoa, 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 I did not say that.
see.
Yeah, I'm ripping them. I'm ripping Corey.
He's ripping you, buddy. Hey, Ali, Alexa
Yeah.
has something to say to you. Don't use my fucking car.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to worry about that, Alexa. I didn't plan to. I mean, I know Michael Grady used your car. I mean,
Oh.
a lot of other people probably use your car, but you ain't never got to worry about me using your
Oh, man.
car. So,
Oh, my God.
don't get me started. But
Oh,
anyway,
my God.
Corey said it was a work, laugh out loud. We were just trying to put on a story. And Alexa said, who, Grady again?
Oh, man.
oh. Yeah. So basically, if I could like piggyback on what Corey just said, what was funny is he was basically working the IWA roster and I was working the Dragon Pro roster. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. They thought we was really beefing.
Uh-huh.
And
Exactly.
people were like, "Hey, stop being mean to Corey! Stop it!"
Oh, my God.
Stop
Corey
trolling. We don't
said
want
you
that
got
here.
too many baby mamas anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-mm.
it's a gift and a curse. You know.
It's a gift and a curse.
More of a curse. Shit.
Alexa said to Corey, you dirty old bastard, laughing my ass off.
Tell Alexa she really don't want that match of Mighty like she thinks she do. I'm gonna kick her ass.
She wants the mighty.
She need to worry about Jackie, because Jackie remember all that stuff that Lex used to say back when Jackie had that non-speaking gimmick in DTKA. She don't say nothing back.
Oh, she had the
Well,
Chambers gimmick.
Corey
Oh, shit,
said it
my
was
bad.
great.
My
I'm not
bad.
going to lie.
He said what?
He said it's great. I'm not going to lie.
What's
Laugh out
great?
loud. I think he was talking about the story.
Yeah, probably.
Alexa said Mighty would be buried if we fought. Ooh.
Mm.
Tell her. I
Damn.
think she got the names mixed up.
Got the name mixed up, he says. Are you sure?
You know what's crazy? I actually ran Mighty versus Alexa match.
Oh no.
It was funny.
What?
She actually fucking beat me.
That's crazy.
She fucking beat me, dude. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, let me run this shit again. Then I beat her. I was like,
That's crazy.
ooh. I was like, what the hell? And I'm sitting here
Alexa
really
said
punching
she
her and
said
shit
what she
too.
said.
Hey, tell her watch her mouth.
Corey
It's
said,
got an
yeah, I
I
was talking about the work. It was great. I mean, I got so much heat, and so did Ali. It was great. Now that's something right there. When you know you got something going, you know you did your job a little bit too well.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, the super kick strikes again, says Alexa.
Mm. Teleport out of there like Sub-Zero. I mean, Scorpion or something. Just disappear.
I heard they were brothers. No.
Yeah. That's why I'm kind of glad that, like I told my creative team that me and Corey did talk about it, because I think had it not got talked about, more stuff would have got assumed. So I'm like, let me just ask or talk and see what's what rather than keep assuming. Because I'm like, the assuming come from me being frustrated about the game being wiped out.
Laugh
Then on top of
out loud,
that,
I'm
me
not
not.
going to lie. Kaiba beat Frost when I did that, so Corey did the same thing you did, Mighty.
Yeah, I was like, man, that match. It was a funny match though. I was like, I'm really gonna fucking run this match though. I'm really gonna do that because I don't mind like the group know I don't mind Mighty looking silly to get like a story out or I trust me I've had my fair share of looking goofy and I don't really care about it because Mighty's there for like really he's really there for VJ because I didn't know me and VJ was gonna gel that well as a team and we fighting some team I forget their name at Game Changer. We're supposed to be taking the belts off of them.
I hate to be those jabronis.
Yeah, no.
Who they are. You're not taking the belts off of us.
Actually ran that match, and that match was pretty good too. Like every match from Game Changer, I ran it today, and I ran some the other day. All of them come off pretty good, like really, really good.
Oh my
So
god,
I
Kaiba tapped Corey out.
yeah, Alexa down there tapped me out, bro. I was like, man, let me go lower her stats and run the match again. Shit, god damn. She Alexa beat
I
me like a
wanted to make
slow
a bad
song.
joke. You can really say she made you tap it.
I get the joke though. Oh my god! Hey, tell Alexa that'll be the only time she get Mighty to tap out. Tell her she's welcome. Shit, it was her pleasure.
Oh, it's Alex. I think she's gonna come steal the sodas again.
Oh my god!
Apparently,
She finna come steal
Akane is scared of Alexa. Apparently, people fear Alexa. But does Alexa fear Mighty?
Yes, dude.
She
really does.
She does. I think
she just she putting on the act for y'all. Don't let it fool y'all.
It's okay.
She's putting on the act. She's putting on the act. Trust me.
Hey, you know when Frieza was about to destroy the planet Vegeta, and then he had like that ball of energy on his finger, and he no, just kidding.
Yeah, I was laughing at that. That whole match was like comedic to me. Just seeing how me and her was like hitting each other, and I was like, God damn, we hitting the shit out of each other.
Alex said, "Hello, this is I, Alex Rain, live from the home of me and Waldo." Waldo from Where's Waldo? Where is Waldo?
At Chambers' house.
That's funny. Funny.
I did let Chambers know this too. Him and Wildman. So pretty much, I started a new concept in IWA where it's gonna be like a best of 7 in multiple matches.
Yes, we've had this talk. I was really curious when these were starting. I'm very excited.
I'm gonna start these at Game Changer. I'm starting off because I have a secret match that nobody knows about. It's gonna kick the show off.
Well, hell yeah.
It was one match I didn't reveal.
Corey said this to you, Mighty. Can I just say this? He said a pretty long one right here. I'm dead glad we had our conversation and we got things squared away. I do apologize for not keeping you in the loop, but you did say you kept certain things from characters to get that wow factor, and I think we got that wow factor confirmed. Laugh out loud.
And I can't even dispute that or say nothing against that because I can't dispute that and say nothing. I basically got Mighty.
And Alex said that she can confirm that Alexa is not afraid of you.
I can confirm that that's a lie.
Okay, we need to get Maury, even though this ain't about nobody's baby mama, we need to get him to do the lie detector test.
Funny.
Come on, get your sock puppet lawyer to call up Murray. I know he got them connections.
Oh yeah, too. I know I said the King of the Ring tournament was gonna be 16 man, but I'm just gonna lower it down to 8.
What? All in one night?
All in one night, because I don't want to. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and then so, and I know Chambers probably could be mad at what I'm supposed to say, but I'm gonna let the Rumble main event And Chambers and Wildman, I'm gonna have them. I already told them about how I'm gonna do that. They gonna fight multiple matches. So the next pay per view, which will be called Hostility, they will main event that pay per view, and it will be a Headhunter rules match.
Oh, that will be fire.
So it will be anything goes. Anybody can show up in that match. I'm allowing WWE stars, anybody who wants to show up can show up in that match. But that match will be
Apparently, Alex took your lie detector test and said that the lie detector test has determined that the mighty person said it is a lie. So you lied, apparently.
Uh-oh.
you tell her I should.
Lied.
She better. She
You
shuts her
lied.
mouth when she talks to me. Lex, you shut your mouth when you talking to me.
Lying.
Corey says he really can't believe people thought him and Ollie beefed.
It's not that I thought
Well,
they was really beefing. I was just. This is what I thought. Now I'm just put it out there. What I thought was, I thought that people thought Ali was a joke, and that was what kind of had ticked me off a little bit because I'm like, well, damn, like we spent the better half of a year building him up as a single star to get him taken more seriously, and then like he get basically called like I don't want to fight him, and then like it was some said that basically he was a joke, and I was like, well, damn, like what was the whole point of building him up if people still think he a joke?
I mean, but the thing is, like, people can say what they want to say, but when you look at the tail of the tape, like, I mean, you see what it is. You know,
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn. I'm not going to toot my faction's horn per se. But I mean, when you run down a list of who has what, right? I mean, our names come up a few times, right? So it's
yeah,
just so we're doing something right. That's all I gotta say. We're doing something right, and you can if you want to call us a joke. Well, who was laughing, right? Like,
yeah.
so you win some, you lose some, but I'm proud of where things have. I'm proud of what happened and where we are, and whatever happens next. But sometimes it's put out there for you to think that something's not to be taken seriously because that's where we got the hustle and money, right? So
Yeah.
you don't expect it, but bam, there's that too. Um, and then again, like you don't take it seriously, but you kind of when you look at it, it's like, wait, maybe maybe they were on to something. But one thing I will say is that, god dang it, we can't keep no members. I can't keep faction
Yeah,
members
hustle
the
money
same
can't
way.
keep members to save your life. Yeah.
Because if you were to count all the people who have been in hustling money over the years, counted from when we started at DTKA till now, it's like it's a bunch of people, man. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
man.
sat down
It's
there and
madhouse.
counted. I was like, dang. I was
Yeah, it's
like,
sad.
but I can say that there's that, right, which you might say is bad, but then when you consider everybody that was in Hustle and Money did hold gold while they were in Hustle and
Yeah.
Money, pretty much. So
A fun fact too that a lot of people don't know. Hustle and Money basically for the damn near the whole duration of season one held tag team gold. It was a
yeah,
member of Hustle and Money holding gold throughout the whole duration of season one.
Akane would like to challenge Mr. Davis, and Mr. Davis says to you, but that's what I do, laugh out loud, that's what made the match more interesting, and here comes a long one. And that's the problem that people have when it comes to Frost, because when he looks at someone, he calls it like it is. And to him, I'm sorry, he looked like a joke now. If he was if he was to beat Frost, then the joke's on him. But if Frost was to beat him, then what happens next?
He got to fight Alexa.
He gotta fight Alexa. He's like, throw him in there to the wolves.
I'm on to the
no.
Wolves.
Never
Wait, if
wrote
she's the
that one
wolf, then what are
down.
you?
Oh.
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure that
Are you a
out.
gazelle?
Might possibly be. At this point, shit. At this point,
Or a cheetah? Let's go.
at this point, but it was something I put in that chat and I put it in there by design to see if people was gonna say something about it. And nobody really said nothing. But I'm kind of thinking of, and I know I keep taking belts away and adding belts back, but I'm noticing that we have a lot of small wrestlers.
What do you mean, like in height wise and such?
Yeah,
Like
like
cruiserweight
small,
style?
like cruiserweights.
Hmm.
Really?
Okay.
So
So
what
you
I'm
need a
thinking
tall
about,
guy, I hear. A tall man. Okay. Okay.
that's what Alexa needs. But anyway, what I'm thinking, that breakout championship that I have, I'm not gonna change the name. I'm gonna probably keep that name the same, but I'm gonna end up probably making that like a somewhat of a cruiserweight title. So me doing that, I would have to take Jake Graves out of that match and insert him into another match.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
I'm not gonna
Jack Graves,
tell.
whatever match you put him in, all I'm gonna say is expect a fucking bloody fight.
Yeah, and he's not the only one being taken out of that match because the two guys that's being taken out of that match is going to introduce another uh, type of title, but
Wait,
the
who else
title
is being
won't
taken
be
out that one?
made.
Him and Nomad?
Him and Nomad is going to go 1-on-1.
Oh, that will be a banger.
So that would leave. I'm gonna have to kind of condense two matches into one in order to make another match. So that ambulance match that I had planned for Michael, it's not Michael Grady, MG, and El Dragon is going to be now a triple threat with Ari Hell in the mix of that for the breakout championship. But it will no longer be a ambulance match. I'm gonna save that match for hostility and probably have other two people in it. But I kind of want to showcase Jake Graves, and I hear a lot about the Nomad
I like
character.
how you called Jake Graves.
Am I saying it wrong?
It.
It's Jack.
Are you saying Jake?
I keep calling him Jake. I'm like, am I getting it wrong?
I
I
think I'm hearing
apologize.
this right.
Jesus Christ, I apologize. I'm butchering this guy's name. And I know his name. That's what's crazy about it. Because I'm looking at myself like, am I saying that wrong? But he's one of the
Corey
guys
says,
that,
I'm taking that title and I'm going back to Japan, and you would have to come to Japan to get it. And so, with that being said, now that we have everything situated, I'm taking my title match. Laugh out loud.
oh,
Damn.
Yeah. Funny.
so that means
Funny.
somebody got to work double duty. That's crazy. So I mean, that's an easy win for Mighty and VJ. Oh, wow.
Mm.
My God.
So with him taking that match, uh, I'm going to allow Ali to add a stipulation because it was a stipulation added to him. Would you like to add a stipulation to that? It
Wait,
won't be that. Remember, he
is
said it
he?
was a stipulation. He wants the match now, and
He
like I
wants to
said,
fight now. All of a sudden.
he
Oh,
wants to fight.
okay. He
And
just he
he is owed
emerged
the
from
match.
he emerged from the wharf of stinking octopus and calamari to fight somebody. All of a sudden. Oh, okay. Okay. He just
But this is
so
what we're gonna
afraid.
do, though. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna lead it because I'm not the official in that match. I gave Cedric, who is behind Leah Blade, all the control for that. So I'm gonna let him decide on how he wants to do that because that's I'm gonna still keep that in place with him being a special guest ref.
I'm not out
Because
to take anybody's career or anything like that because I actually want you to stick around so you can get humiliated some more. So So yeah, it's no fun if you lose a career, then you go away and you can't catch these jokes. So, no, but but no. So there's always something. It's, we're gonna fight you, not gonna fight you. Gonna fight you, not gonna fight you. Like you never know with some people what they're gonna do, right? So okay, so fine. I gotta think of something. Okay, stipulation wise, I'll think of something. Maybe, just maybe, I think I got it. We'll spin the wheel of misfortune. Okay, I'm gonna come up with some kind of betting contraption. Okay, you don't know what nobody
No,
knows what
no,
it's gonna
no,
be
no,
till it's
no,
Welcome,
no,
showtime.
no,
Mr.
no, no,
Corey
no,
Davis.
no, no,
Welcome,
no.
Mr.
No,
Frost.
Oh,
no, no,
hey,
no,
that's a
no,
show
no,
now.
no, no, no.
That's a show now.
No,
No, no, no, no,
we're
no.
gonna
The
we're gonna
stipulation
spin the
still
wheel.
stands.
I'm not
Shut
gonna
up. The
know. You're
stipulation
not
still
gonna
stands.
know.
Big mouth.
Marty's
The
not even
stipulation
gonna
still
know.
stands.
No
You can say
one
what
is
you
gonna
want.
know.
The stipulation still stands. If I lose, then we are gone. If I win, I'm taking that title back to Japan, and you're gonna have to come and get it.
Damn.
Ah,
The
Ah,
challenge
how
has
about that?
been made and set down. The
You
bar.
you can say what you want. You can sit here and let's talk about it, shall we? Let's talk about how you got that how you didn't get to win. Your little buddy got to win in that little tag team match between us. And what happened? I tapped him out. What about your other buddy who said that he was gonna end my career? And what happened to him? I tapped him out. Now you got a few little wins against me in a couple of tag matches. But when it comes to one on one, I am undefeated. Bring it. That's all I gotta say. You want to say you got all the jokes, you got all the clowns. You can say what you want. Put all the little kids in the middle, in the front row, so they can watch their daddy get his ass whooped. And I'm gonna take your title, and I'm gonna take it back to Japan. If you want your rematch, if you want your title, you're gonna have to come to Japan to get it.
well, we're not even gonna let it get this far. I'm gonna
Oh,
stop
oh,
you
oh,
here in
it's
the
gonna
good old
get that
U.S. of
far.
A.
It's gonna get
I'm gonna
that
stop
far.
you right
It's gonna
here
get
in
that far.
IWA.
I'm going to knock the child support out of you so hard that even Keisha is gonna be like, oh please, I need that face to get my
Did,
to
did
get
I
my
just
phone
hear
turned
you
back
say
on.
that you're gonna buy Kyra some knockoff Fendi? Did I hear you say
Hey,
that?
hey,
I
hey,
mean,
hey, hey,
I
hey,
hear
hey,
in
hey, hey,
Japan
hey,
that's a
hey,
big
hey,
thing, right?
hey.
Can we
What
Like,
we talk
can we
about
make this
behind
even more
closed doors is
interesting?
our business. Okay? What we talk about behind
If
closed doors is our business.
okay, let
I
me
don't
see
want to hear that.
if let me see if y'all cool with this, and we can make it more interesting. See if this sweetens the pot up. Okay, how about if we have three titles on the line?
We're gonna do what now?
I said, what if we put three titles on the line?
And what titles are we talking about?
We can, for one night only, we can unretire the U.S. title, then your South American title, and his King of the Ring title.
But he doesn't come. But he doesn't. See that. See. The thing is that I compete over there and over
Oh,
here,
oh,
and he
I,
doesn't compete over here.
I have
So
his card ready. If you want, that's
I
not a
mean,
problem.
that's not really my fault. If you that's not really my fault. I mean, I try to get into the arena and some Super Saiyan looking dude keeps blocking the way. Okay, I don't know what all that's about. You know,
that's because you owe so much child support. Nobody told you to sleep with Ling Ling over here and get her knocked up over here. So I don't know what to tell you.
I can have his card to you by tomorrow morning.
You know what? You know what, Mr. Ali? You know what? You got a deal. You got a deal. All three titles on the line. You got a deal.
Got a
mm,
deal. Spin the wheel. Make a
Oh, and then too,
deal.
and just to make it even more sweeter too, because CJ was in King of the Ring tournament. If he is to beat you, Ali, you are not able to compete in the King of the Ring tournament during his first reign as champion. If he was to beat you, vice versa. If he was to beat CJ, he cannot compete in the King of the Ring tournament to face you while you in your reign.
well, well, well. Isn't that special? Well,
The only issue, the only issue I have with that is because I already have a number one contender for the South American Championship already scheduled. So
What do you want to
let's
just put the U.S. unretire the U.S. and
I will unretire the U.S. and I will put the U.S. title on the line.
Oh, damn! You hear
and
I
you know
that,
will
what's
ladies and
you
unretire
want to
gentlemen?
know
the
what's
U.S.
U.S.
crazy
And you know
about
title
what?
that?
for
You
what
know
You
what?
title?
want you
You
want
would
to you
have
want to know the
never. You
significance
know what?
behind that too? Is
I have
because Big Bad Baby Daddy was the one who introduced that title.
a.
yeah,
Ooh,
that's
So
you know
something
that
that
would
what?
be
belongs
sweet
to
for him
me.
to be the one to retire it too, if he was to beat Corey.
Yeah, yeah. I
You gotta
think
stop
it's
using my
time.
government name, bro. My name is Frost.
I think it's time for that title to come home to Daddy where it belongs.
Oh, it's been nice sitting in my mantle with the rest of my collection,
Oh,
and I'm going to. I can't wait to add your child support checks to my collection as well.
oh. Well, you can dream on, CJ Frost, because
Oh,
that's not
believe me,
happening. That's
it's not
not
a dream.
happening.
Let me say that I don't want the child support checks because I don't need Keisha, and I don't need Jackie, and I don't need anybody else coming to my door asking for some checks. Hey, that's for you.
Don't let them find out where you live. You'll have to move.
I already moved twice
Oh
Oh,
already.
God.
I already moved twice already. I already had to spend many yen to pay your kids daycare. So you're welcome.
But so
I guess
this
something
is
good
gonna
came out of
happen
that,
again.
huh?
Is
you
That's
this?
see,
great.
this is
Something good
what's
came
heating
out
up
of it.
right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is anticipation right here between these competitors.
Is this gonna
We-
be a game changer or what?
This will be a
Like
game
what's
changer. So
okay?
we're gonna have to readjust the card again, but I think we can make this work.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
we're gonna have
do
to
y'all
put
want to
this
do it
on.
again, Chase, or do y'all want to move it to another pay per view?
No, that's fine. I'll pull double duty. Never did that before. Well, not in
Double
Sure,
wrestling.
duty,
I've done
Not
it.
in wrestling.
double duty.
I've done it several times, man. Sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it don't. You better think about it.
I'm gonna say this too. Yeah, better be sweet to the referee because he does have the next after hostility. His pay per view is next, where he runs all the matches.
Mm.
Well, I will say this about the referee. He is my tag team partner, and we are the tag team champions. So, have fun with that.
Mm.
So, oh, let me ask you this too while we at it. So, since you are coming back, you and Leo are in the second round of that tag team classic. Would you like to continue that, or would you like to give your slot up to somebody else?
What happened?
So, you and Leo y'all made it to the second round of that tag team classic. Well, we call it tag team playoff now. So, y'all have
Tag team player.
so it's like a best of. I don't know if you heard the concept, but it's like a best of seven that you face off against different tag teams. Whoever gets to the fourth win first will face the other team that made it to four wins, and y'all face off in the best of seven. And whoever gets the four wins is the number one contender to the tag titles.
Oh no, I want to still be in there. I'll pull double, triple. I don't care with whatever duty. I'm built like that. I'm down with it.
Oh, okay.
I'm
And I'm
built.
thinking about doing with the ladies, like in the elimination chamber. I forgot to explain that too. So the way the elimination chamber works, that's how I'm going to put everybody in seeds. So whoever's the first elimination will be the sixth seed, and so on and
Mm.
so forth. And whoever wins the match will be the first seed. She will have the option to challenge either Jackie or Sonya for their
And
titles.
one more thing, Mister BBD. Don't think that Kyla didn't see what you were talking about when it came to Jackie. Don't make her put her back on the shelf and fuck up her other arm like she did the first arm, and she will be more than happy to put her back on the shelf again.
Well, see, Jackie learns quick, and I don't think she's gonna allow somebody to do the same thing twice. So I
What if
got
it's
faith
I
in
mean,
her.
a third time?
we'll
So
see
I
about that
mean,
now, won't we?
Look at Larry stirring the pot. Oh god.
Oh, I thought that was your job, Mighty.
Oh my god. You still in my game.
all I got to say about that is that Kaiva took 2 L's in that match, so that's at the hands of Jackie. So
She took two
it is what
lows.
it is. I mean, say
I
what
mean,
you want to
two
say
You
about it.
said
L's, two
Kyber
L's
take she
versus
took two
two
lows.
L's versus an arm. It kind of
I
even out a
mean,
little bit, but an L happens
well,
every now and then. She can get over an L. I don't think I don't think Jackie's gonna get over losing another arm, and we'll
no,
make that.
she
I'm
she
gonna make sure. I'm gonna
she
make
healed
sure
up.
Kaiba makes that happen, and this time Kaiba's not coming by herself. It's been just the two of us for a long time, and I think bringing in some help would be a little more interesting. So Abigail Akira will be accompanying Akaiva and myself for a
More
while.
painted face, more
You can
painted
say
face folks. Okay.
you can say what you want. You can say what you want, but at the end of the day, we are the destroyers. I am the king of the monsters, and I'm going to bury you in my
The
graveyard
porcelain
of bodies
destroyers.
like everyone else. It is inevitable. I have buried everyone back there, and there's a big giant grave, and it's gonna sit there.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Here goes Frost. Look at me, lo! I have become death,
Oh,
destroyer of toilets.
yep.
Oh my
Oh, you
god.
can say what you want with all your jokes in there. Yeah, I've destroyed a few toilets in my day. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care. Hell, I destroyed a toilet today. I don't give a fuck.
Hey man. Hey, that's life right there. This life happening.
If you like that, I
It's
mean, hey
beautiful.
man, that Chinese food is running right through you.
That's life
No,
happening.
but
I
no.
mean,
Game
you'd
changer
be
is gonna
surprised.
change the game.
Which
And
one
see, I
is
picked
the
the
game
perfect
All
name
my
for that
though?
money.
pay per
We're gonna
view,
roll
huh?
the dice one more time and see how it turns up. But I have it on good authority that somebody is gonna see Snake Eyes. Until next time, suckers.
Yeah,
From G.I. Joe?
yeah. Well, just remember this. I have it on good authority that you're going to be very you're going to be very titleless, and I hope whatever money you make is enough to feed them 32 kids or 42 kids. I forget how many you had.
Yeah. I think it's 32.
I think
Mm.
you left.
Yeah, it's about 32 from what I can remember.
32, 32 and a half. The other one wasn't
Wasn't his?
known yet.
Oh man. I thought that baby looked like me, but I was tripping.
Yeah, well, I know Miss Ling Ling over here been looking for Ali, been looking for BBD for a minute now, and she got some papers for him to sign too.
Sessions for all these machines?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one here just said that.
Trust me, I know.
Oh, you know it's been acting up?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I've been asking them to replace it, and
Yeah.
they won't.
Because it doesn't steal my money, but it won't let me buy.
Yeah, I talked to the guy in charge, and I've asked him to put a new machine in.
Sometimes, man, you have to keep nagging the boss. Eventually, okay, fine, get this out of my face.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I report it every time I come here.
Well, so I had to do at my old job.
Uh-huh.
I had this door that kept beeping. It's a security sensor.
Uh-huh.
And I told the guy, I said, hey, the battery needs to be replaced. I asked him 3 times nicely, please replace the battery.
Uh-huh.
Finally, I just turned it on so it kept beeping. Every time I walked by it, they would turn it off, and I'd turn it back on. Finally, he got pissed off if I saw him in there taking it apart and shoving another battery in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something because trust me, every time I come here, I hear the same thing.
If that ain't working, you're losing money at it.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I know it's just literally sitting here. So when that one go empty, I just take.
This one has rows that are empty or almost empty.
I just take it out from here and put it in there.
Yeah, that's what I would do, dog.
Trust me, I was on to that way before. I just take it out here and throw it in there, make the money.
Yes, sir.
But I got you. I'm working on it. No problem, man. Not bad.
No, you're all good.
Oh, you're good, man.
From home while I was working. Pass my
Gotta do what you gotta do.
All good in the hood. Everybody got that PL life.
That's
Yeah.
right. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I am glad we had our conversation. It was a misunderstanding. It was a work. I was trying to get that heat. Me and Ali did talk about certain things. Like I said, I do apologize for not keeping you in the loop. But you
Nah,
did
you
say,
good.
you know
Like I
what?
said,
But
I just caught me
you
off
said
guard because I was
that.
frustrated about the game.
I know, and you know what? I went through the same thing, so I know exactly what you're going through. Like my game crashed 3 days before I had to run a show, and I had to rebuild everything. And I had a pay-per-view to run. I had to rebuild everything.
Yeah,
So believe me,
it's
I
just.
understand all of that. I understand all of that. And like the only thing I was saying was I was a little, I was a little caught off guard because I was like, we talked all the time. So like if you had any questions, you could have came to me and said something. I had no problems with explaining anything. However, you did say that you did kept certain things to get that wow factor, and like that's what me and Ali was going for, that wow factor. I just didn't think that wow factor was gonna be like a what the fuck factor. You know, I
It was only like that
I
because
mean,
the game situation, and then like it was just yeah.
like
It just looked like it
I
was
get it.
something different than what it was. So I was just like, ah, you know what? Let me just. I got to focus
Nah,
on this. Let me just
it
step away.
wasn't. It wasn't. So like I do apologize for that. Like I said, I'm glad we got everything situated. We got everything, you know, under the table kind of deal or whatever. So
Yeah,
I'm glad about that.
yeah. Because
Because
like I
I've
said,
always
it really
said,
ain't. It's to me, it's not that deep, but it's just I was only frustrated because I'm bringing in all these people, and then the game crashed. So I'm like, way to kind of introduce yourself to the newer guys. The game just crashed. So now you gotta hold off, and
bro,
that's kind of really what pissed me off.
I changed my entire show. I brought in a whole bunch of people, and then the next thing I know, I woke up and my whole shit was gone. I was so upset because I had to redo everything. And I was like, man, it but it's the game, you know what I mean? It's like it's 2K. They gotta step their game up. Like I tell
Literally,
everybody now, I tell everybody now, when you get on, make sure you check your titles because they have a thing about now where your pictures will still be on your game, but it wipes my entire titles, all of them out. I had to rebuild all my titles again. I had to rebuild, and then um, images were disappearing.
yeah,
So
that's what's
I had
happening to me too.
images on people, and then like certain images, like certain people would make the game crash if they didn't have the images. So I went through you know how many people I have on my roster? I had to go through everybody to check and make sure everything was straight. And it was Kaiba and Frost and a few of my others that I had images I made myself that were not there. I had to redo all, and then they added images to people's faces. Like they changed a lot of my face scans. I had to redo a lot of people. Yeah, so I understand 100% completely of what you were going through. And then on top of it too, one of my partner shows, James crashed the next day. So we both had to rebuild our shit. Oh, I was mad. I was
Yeah,
so mad.
that probably was one of the most frustrating days of my life because I literally got on there because I remember you saying that your game had did this. So I said, oh, let me hurry up and get on here and do it for mine's crash.
Yep,
As soon as I get on there, it
yep,
crashed. So I was like, I
yep,
literally just got on there to avoid this and it just did it. So
yep.
I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty heated that day. I was really heated. And I was
Man, I
like,
ain't talked to
man,
nobody the entire day. I had to rebuild that whole shit. I ain't talked to nobody the entire day.
I ain't gonna
Clubhouse.
lie, I had told my creator that I was thinking about quitting because I'm like, maybe it's just not in the cards for me to be doing this because I'm
Hey,
how
boss.
does, yo,
IWA chat. Fuck Norris is talking to you.
what do you say?
I'll read what I can get off from here. Oh, something about the tag team playoffs coming off. But I
Yeah,
think, yeah, that's all I can read off because it went to the second message. You know what I mean? The bar.
let me see.
Yeah.
I can't even see it in my game. So.
Oh shoot.
What do you say?
So far,
I can't
For what I got, my reach is already our global, and our power is pure. Our cause is noble, and us winning the tag playoffs is so fucking secure. So this is an open challenge to any of the teams involved that think they tough. Step in the ring with us.
Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. Tell him that I have
Uh,
spoken with a team that has accepted that challenge too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. That was something that was discussed earlier
He
today.
has spoken with the team you shall be facing. Yep.
So I'm pretty
what?
hostile, don't he?
Yeah, he sent a text and so I sent it back.
Oh, okay.
What you told me.
Yeah,
Yep.
tell him that the challenge has been accepted.
Fine.
So, like I was explaining to him and that other team will be introducing the concept of the tag team playoffs and what I'm trying to do with that. But then we also gonna have a 14 showcase as well too. And the winner of that gets the next shot at the next pay per view.
So you want to hear something funny? So you know how I'm going for I'm facing Ali or whatever.
Yeah.
And me and Leo are the tag team champions in Dragon Pro. Leo is in that prime spot to be going after our King of Dragons championship. So there's
That
a
would be
whole
pretty
lot of
cool.
what ifs going on. There's a whole lot of what ifs going on.
Yeah. That's what make it all interesting.
Yes, it is.
You
You
can't really call it.
So I'm gonna let you in on what my long term goal was. So
I
if
think you told me some of it, but
well
some
some
of
of
it I
it
wasn't privy to.
well
Buck
okay
Norris said run it.
so
Tell him I can't
if
run.
I know right he can walk but he can't run. I
He
don't care.
said it's a walk.
I don't
He said
I
he
don't
can't
run.
run, but he'll
I
walk.
don't I don't run for nobody unless it's a popo or a big ass dog. But then I
Yeah.
run. Other than that I walk. Um well I'm black. I gotta run. Anyway, my long term goal was if I was to lose, then yes, I was going to remove Ross and Kyber. I was going to bring in two new people, just like we discussed. However, I also had to think about what the plan B was if I won, and that's when I came up with the idea of if I won, I was going to hold the title hostage. I was going to leave and go back to Japan and make somebody come and get it from me in Japan. That would have put both of us, you know, my idea was to get eyes on both of us. You know what I mean? Kind of have that, okay, he won the title, but he went back to Japan. How are we going to get our title back? Okay, somebody from IWA is going to have to come and get it. So that would have
Or I could
been
just call the
awesome.
cops. One or two.
Hey, I mean, yeah, you can call the cops, but the laws are different in Japan. I don't know where you from, but in Japan, I got
I
money,
think
so.
the Sprite is expired now.
Okay.
Just so you know. So I got a bottle out that was expired today and it tasted kind of whack.
I didn't know Sprite can expire. That's news to me.
Yeah.
I, did,
Learning something new every day, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that Sprite can. You know they made a Sprite and tea and a Sprite and iced tea mix. That is disgusting. I don't want Sprite and iced tea. I just need either an iced
Oh
tea
yeah,
or
I heard of that. Is that good?
hell no, it ain't good. We sell it at my store, and that shit's still sitting on the shelf with dust on it.
Damn.
I don't know. I
It's
So
think
gonna
I
run
can
some
mix it.
dirt in it.
I think maybe one or two people bought it. I don't know. I ain't tried yet. I still can't
You
get
saying it tastes
over
like
the.
Alexa? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, hey, I don't know what Alexa tastes like, so I don't know. I don't. I
Hey,
don't do. I don't do. I don't do 60-year-old women, so I don't know.
if B More's in the chat, can you tell us?
Oh my god. What is that? Does he want to come running?
Hey,
We'll give him
he got,
Mama Anderson if he wants something wild and exotic.
Oh man,
I
that's too
mean,
much for him.
he wants something Asian fine, and hey. Knock yourself out.
Well,
Oh man.
she's kind of with her own orgy group now, who she's married to. She's married to 9 other people and a
Oh my god.
hippopotamus.
Well, damn. I'll leave that alone.
Too much for
I'll
me.
leave that all the way alone. Alone,
Too adventure for me.
alone.
I mean, Buster
Alone,
popped out
alone.
one day, but we don't talk about that.
Hey, it,
Too much for
whatever
me,
took
too.
me sitting over there, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, I don't know. But yeah, I was but that was my plan. I was like, I was gonna, I wasn't gonna, and like I know how, I was listening to the last one, the last show that y'all did, and
Hmm.
like and you said something about how you didn't want people to think that I was a diva or I was hard to work with. No, that's literally what I'm going for. I want them to think that I'm hard to work with. I want them
That's
to think that
definitely
I'm a
what I'm
diva
going for.
because if you think about it, that's how cause, okay. So what I do is when I have to explain to people that when Frost is in, like when I'm in that character Frost, he is that entitled bastard. I'm sorry, he is. He's been doing this for a while. He's been champions everywhere that he's went. He has championships beyond championships. Yes, The Rock was entitled. Triple H was entitled. Stone Cold was entitled. That's just the type of the vibe I was going for. Like kind of shit
Yeah.
like that. I remember. I remember I was in a certain pro- promotion, and I made kind of the same. No, I made the challenge. I would challenge this guy challenged me for. I was their light heavyweight champion. He challenged me for the title. I said, okay, if you win, you get the title. Fine. If you lose, you join the Venom Club. He's like, I wouldn't do that. I'm in a faction. Who's dumb enough to do something like that? And the whole roster was up in uproar. And I'm like, John Cena joining the Nexus, you know,
Yeah.
uh, Brian Bryant, Daniel Bryan joining the Wyatt family. It's not like I wouldn't want these people in my
You
group.
wanted
It's
an
a small
unwilling participant to join the group.
Basically.
exactly, and the idea was for him to try to screw me over, to me to force us to have a match so he can try to win his title back. But the roster so negative about it, and then they attacked me personally that I left,
Yeah.
and I never looked back after that. Now those people are gone. I'm back on that show. That show is fucking amazing, and I'm the champion over there. And me, the dude that saw it, he didn't see anything that happened because he fell asleep. When he woke up and he saw everything, he was so upset because he didn't want it to go down like that. If he'd have knew that they was attacking me personally, he would have stopped. He would have stopped it all. But it's kind of like you got to do what you got to do kind of deal. Like I was in character and I was trying to be that character. Like whenever I say anything about like as flaws, come on, y'all know me better than that. Y'all know I'm not like that. But like when I'm the character, it's totally different. He is that type of person. Like I try to build him. That's why I gave him that like Brock Lesnar kind of tweener thing where like I'm not a face, I'm not a heel. I'll do what's best for me and me only
Yeah.
kind of deal. Yeah, that's what I try to explain to people, and I thought I explained that to you the first time we had our conversation.
Probably did. I'm not even gonna lie, you probably did. But like I said, my mind
You
wasn't even
even
really on
explained
that.
that in the interview we did.
Yes, I did because everybody in some way, shape, or form gets bent out of shape when I say or no, when I do something. So I usually have to reiterate that every so often. That like and then it's like, but then I also throw in that twist. I'm not doing it because I want to. I'm doing it because Kyba tells me to do these things. She's the Spider Queen. She's the leader of the Venom Club. I'm doing what she asks me to do. I'm doing what she tells me to do, kind of deal. And that's where like they're like, oh well, you're just doing this to be an asshole. No, I'm just doing this because she told me to. And then they're like, "Oh, you're doing this because would you want to piss her off? I don't want to piss her off, so I'm just going to do what she tells me to do." I mean, it's just I kind of thought about it as like a different twist because, like, it's kind of it's fun that it's fun to have a little different. Everybody's character is different.
All
Everybody's
right, dog.
character has like
All right, man.
different things going on and
Have a great
whatnot.
night.
So
Oh, you too, man.
you know, it's it's supposed to be fun. Like God forbid, how many times I had to dig Mythic out of stupid shit because saying stuff. It is what it is. Yeah, it's just at the end of the day, it's all in fun. Yeah, I don't mean any of that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome, Shane Lyons. Blind man, where's the beer? It should be in
You
the
say,
fridge, unless
you say,
GB got to it
you
again,
say,
and then he'll
you
be passed
say,
out like last time at Cabo.
you say, yeah, Brandon, but even you were scratching your head when I was saying stuff. You can't tell me you wasn't.
Oh, I never doubted that one second. I never ever underplayed that at all. I never underplayed that I said that. Like, no, I never underplayed.
but
Yeah,
you,
I
but
never,
you
I never,
remember the
I
interview.
was still shaking my head. Yes, like there was not a moment that I wasn't. I was like, oh, what's going on? I never knew
Cause
what was going on.
I had people messaging me and was like, "What's going on, bro? You good?" I was like, "Yeah, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?" And
I
they're
never
like,
messaged you. I figured you guys were
"All they
doing
did."
something, so I let you guys do something.
I was told that you were upset about what I was doing too.
Me? Why would I be upset?
Hmm. Like even you was
Why was I
scratching
upset?
your head. Like, I don't know. They said that you were scratching your head. Like even I was like, they were like, "Wow, really?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Everybody knows that it was a work." Like nobody
I
didn't know it was a
never.
work. Like
I texted
Ali
you
knew it
only
was a
what I
work.
thought. I never once said that.
Now I messaged Ali because Ali said something about him being fired from like Dragon Pro. So I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, bro, what
Yeah.
makes you think you're gonna be fired? Like, what happened?" He was like, "Oh man, that was a work." I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, so let's keep it going." And he said, "Really?" I said, "Yes, let's keep it going." And then like that's how everything else happened. But yeah, I mean, like that's all I was saying. I was like, we should have definitely. I should have definitely said something to you, Mighty. So that was my bad,
No,
and
you,
that's the
Yeah,
only
'cause
thing I can
that
say
I
about
ain't
it.
gonna lie, I wouldn't have caught that. So
no, freaking,
I
like, when you
know,
guys were going at it,
but
like,
still,
freaking, I was not upset with it at all. I want to make that clear. So I don't know who said that, but that's not true. I never said I was upset.
I mean. It was like because I was told that the roster
Why would I
had
be upset over something that I don't even know nothing about?
well I was told that the roster had some negative things to say, and I was like, I didn't want
Well,
to
yeah,
think
but I
that, like, no,
wasn't one of
no,
those people.
let
You're
me
putting me in a
rephrase that.
category.
No. Let me rephrase that. I didn't want the roster to believe that I was like that because
Uh
I
huh.
want them to be the character like that. I am not like that. The character is like that. That's that's what I wanted to like separate.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard because like you know like
You were trying to do between reality and fiction.
and I just didn't. I was telling somebody earlier today that I had got so way back. There's this guy that actually taught me how to be a heel. He messaged me today. I was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" I said, "Boy, let me tell you something." So I told him everything what would happen. He laughed and he's like, "Now you understand how it is to be a heel." I was like, "Yeah, I know how it is to be a heel." And he was like, "I was like, but I took it to your level of being a heel," and that's where I had to bring it down some. And he laughed even more, and he was like, "Yeah, I warned you about that." So I know now that sometimes I did tell him. I was like, well, I kind of didn't tell people what I was doing. He said that's where I messed up. I should have told y'all what I was doing, kind of deal. At least keep y'all in the loop with what's going on and stuff like that. Not tell y'all everything, but let y'all know what was going on
yeah,
to still to get that wow factor. And that's
Yeah.
something I need to work on. So that's why I messaged you, Mike, and I was like, that's my bad. I should have told you a
No,
little
you,
more.
you messaged both of us. I know you had a talk with me and you had a
Yes,
talk with
I
the
did.
Mighty.
Yes, yes, I did. I messaged you too, and I said I apologize to you as well and stuff like that. Because I honestly didn't think I honestly thought I was just doing the heel stuff, and then it took another. Well, you should have told him. You should have did this. You should have did that. And I'm like, yeah, you didn't mention that in heel class 101, so I didn't know. But I know now.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, I know.
Hopefully, Brandon take back what he said when he called you an asshole about it, but it's all good.
Oh, I don't care. Oh, I don't care. I want him to think I'm an asshole. That's cool. I don't care. Wait, who
He's
called me an
like, I
asshole?
like to get hated. The haters love me.
Who called
You
me
said
an
what now?
asshole?
The guy you on the
Who?
phone with, well, he's not Mighty.
Oh, Mighty called me an asshole? Okay,
I
well,
said the
Mighty can
guy,
be an asshole.
the guy that you're on the phone with is not Mighty.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mighty can call me an asshole because Mighty did the same thing. Mighty left Dragon Pro and brought General Lee in. So that's all I was doing.
Yeah, I stated what I was
Yeah.
doing before I did it though. It wasn't random.
hmm No, I told you before I was gonna do that. I just didn't know that I was no more contender. So I decided to prolong it a little bit because I didn't think that was right for me to leave as no more contender. You know what I mean? Because that would have been even more of a mess. I feel. I wanted to see what happened. That's why I threw the stipulation because it would have made more sense for me to lose the match and then have them leave, and then I could bring in two other people rather than okay, I lost the match, I'm still around, I'm just gonna dip. That doesn't make me look even better. You know, it, I would rather put the career up and leave than lose the match, still be around, and be like, okay, I'm gonna leave and bring in two other people.
Yeah,
Like that's kind of how I was looking at it, but I don't know. It still works out, and the
yeah,
stipulation
it kind of still does
still.
because if you think about it now, the match is even more kind of hype now. So I guess you got
Oh,
to take a couple
absolutely.
of those bumps to kind of get to the road you got to be on.
Sometimes you got to do that. You got to hit those bumps to get on the good road.
Them forks in the road.
Absolutely. And like I said before, a good storyteller always has a plan A, B, and C. And
Exactly.
I had quite a few plans.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Something going on wrong.
Yeah, I decided to turn it on for a hot minute.
Man, I'm missing everything.
I really don't watch. You know what? I really don't watch wrestling like I used to. To be
I
honest
don't
with you,
either.
when I
Just
started
watch the
doing this,
highlights.
when I when I started doing this, I totally stopped watching. Well, I didn't totally stop watching wrestling. I stopped watching WWE and I was watching New Japan and British wrestling and Mexican wrestling and stuff like that. And then when I
William
met my
Bray, your
friend,
buddy, MXG, really likes Japan.
oh, absolutely. Like, so when we started talking about doing the whole Japan stuff and whatnot, that's when I was like, all right, um, we're gonna call it Dragon Pro Wrestling. I looked up the Japan, I looked up the New Japan rules and everything, and I did my matches exactly how the New Japan people did it. And then I started bringing, so then like, and I didn't have a really big roster, so I grabbed a bunch of New Japan people because everybody was using like, WWE people and stuff like that. But I was using New Japan people, and they're like, "Who the hell are these guys? Y'all don't watch New Japan? You don't know who he is? Okay." They knew who like certain people were. Like if you know who Okada, you know who
I know who that
Tetsuya
is.
Naito, you know who
Who?
Naito is, Tetsuya Naito.
I don't know who
Um,
that
Tetsuya
is.
Naito, Yujiro
yes,
Takahashi, the
yes,
Bullet Club,
yep,
LIJ, all them,
Who?
yes.
Suzuki,
Suzuki. Oh
Osprey.
my God, Suzuki! I had Suzuki. Suzuki was my first champion, and he beat everybody. He beat
That's
he beat
awesome. That's
He beat
incredible.
Logan. He beat Logan. He beat everybody. He tapped Frost out so many times. I'm surprised he wasn't a little Ice Cube.
You
Like, I
also had
mean,
the underboss Bad Luck Fale, if I
I
remember
had
correctly.
yes, I did. I had him fight Bullet. His Bullet called him out. So I
Did
had
you
him come in and fight
have all the
Bullet.
Bullet Club members on your show at least at once?
I never had the God on my show.
Oh,
That's only because I had Tamatonga's mask for a while. I didn't want to have both of us on the show with the same mask. That wouldn't be a good look.
but you
So
had
I
every
had
other
him mask.
member.
Yes, I did.
So you had
Yes, I
AJ, Balor, you had all of
yes
them.
I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I
Incredible.
did.
Incredible.
I even had Zack Sabre Jr. I mean, come on now, y'all got to know about Zack Sabre Jr.
Who is that?
Bruce Robinson. Zack Sabre
Who?
Jr. is like this British. Zack Sabre Jr. is the best technical wrestler other than Daniel Bryan. Him and Daniel Bryan have had they had their best of seven and stuff like that. Zack Sabre Jr. and he's still a young dude. He's like I think he was the New Japan champion for a minute. Um, if not still is. You know, he's a young dude. Jay White. I started like so when I started watching it, Kenny
I
Omega
don't know
had
who none of
just
these
made his
people are.
debut. You don't know Kenny Omega? You know, I know you know who Kenny
Nah, I've
Omega
never
is.
heard that.
Oh
I've
yeah,
never heard of that guy.
yeah,
What?
Mr. Megastar, Kenny
What?
Omega.
What?
Kenny who?
Kenny Omega. Oh,
I've never heard of him.
got to
He
look these
knows who
people
Kenny
up, bro.
Omega is.
If you watch AEW, you know who Kenny
I
Omega is.
don't. I don't. What is that?
What? Now I know he's
Okay,
trolling now.
so one day we're gonna go over the AEW shows with the Mighty, and then he's just gonna be like, "Who the
We're
fuck
gonna
is
have to
this?"
do an
Hey,
AEW
hey,
walking
you're
while
gonna be
because
waiting like you
you are
did that other day. You're gonna be
you
waiting
are
on me like you
missing
did that
out,
other
bro.
day.
Bro, you missing out. I'm telling you.
I
Mm.
You
can't.
know,
It's
we should
not.
actually go over a Japan card sometime. Would you guys be down for that? To go over a new Japan card? That'd be
I'm
cool.
It's
down with
cool.
that. I watch all that
I just
stuff,
gotta
bro.
know who
Yo,
certain people are.
ooh, bro. When I started watching it, I started seeing the Super Junior Cup, the G1 Climax, Wrestle Kingdom. What was the other one they had? They had fucking the Forbidden Door. They did all kinds of
Yes.
stuff. Like, oh man, the G1 is awesome. That G1 Climax was dope. And
Wrestling
like,
Dontaku,
oh,
or
oh
however
man.
you know what I'm talking about. Oh, Tokyo
Yes, I
Dome.
do. Tokyo Dome. Yes. Oh man. I'm
I
telling you,
started getting
Wrestle
into
Kingdom.
New Japan, but then I stopped watching it after a while. But I was getting into it, but I just didn't understand because I know their rules are different. It
Okay,
had to be
so
explained to
New
me
Japan
why.
rules they are way different than here, and I will
they
say that
are.
they have had some great matches.
That's
Yeah,
Great
because
matches.
I've
who I
noticed
got
that
the
the fans over there
that's who I
don't
got the
really say nothing during the
kickouts from.
matches.
They don't. They don't say nothing because that's how they are. Like
Hmm.
they applaud, they watch and they applaud certain all man, yeah. It's dope. It really is.
Like in
Like
wrestling in Korea, when they did that collision in Korea back in WCW back in the day, the only match, well, it was up in Korea, the only match that got a reaction was the Antonio Inoki match versus Ric Flair. Everybody else was quiet throughout the rest of the night.
I
Oh,
went back I went back and watched the match between Hulk Hogan and the Great Muta and you can see everybody in the
Yeah,
back
oh,
I'm
was
familiar with the Great
quiet.
Muta when he was in Dark Carnival.
Yes.
really?
But you gotta see him when he was in New Japan. He was a beast.
Uh huh. He
He was
taught the
a
great
beast.
Sonata. Well, Sonata.
Yes. Oh man. Oh
I
man.
like that storyline. I
And
like that. Like
Sonata was
when
dope.
he came over to TNA, I thought that was cool for him.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. See, and that's I know who
What's his
that
name was
is.
over there?
I
Yoshi
know who that
Tatsu.
is.
Yoshi
Yoshitaka was
Tatsu.
over there. And so was Okada was in TNA for a minute.
That's not
Yeah.
ringing a bell to me.
Dude, there's so many.
Uh,
It's great.
I love this.
Osada?
Yeah.
You said?
Okada.
Oh, so, yeah.
Okada.
Oh, Ohada. Okay.
I mean,
Ohada.
like, I mean,
He's a wrestler, you
even,
saying?
he's the youngest IWGP champion. He was like 22 when he won the championship. He was champion for a minute. He beat, I've seen all his title matches. He whooped the dog out of Kenny Omega the first time they had their match. Then he beat Jay White. And he beat
Isn't that
Okada.
when Dave Meltzer awards that almost a 10-star, right? Was that the 10-star
Yes,
almost match?
yes, because then Okada challenged Kenny Omega for a second match, and that's when Kenny Omega beat him for the IWGP Championship.
And I think that also got 5 stars or 10 stars as well.
Yes, I remember when AJ Styles came in and won the IWGP and joined the Bullet
Uh-huh.
Club.
He
Well,
attacked Okada.
yes, he did.
And because it was
Like,
Bad Luck Fale talking to Okada, and then from behind, AJ came in. That's how it was,
yup,
yes?
yup. And then AJ got that match and then beat him for it.
Who did he beat?
He beat Okada, Suzuki Okada. I'm gonna have to send you a picture with his name and stuff because I
Okay,
don't have a picture in it.
that's how you say his name? I thought it was Kazuki Okada. My bad.
Something like that. Kazuchika Okada, something like that. I just go by what they say on the TV, so I know they probably saying it wrong
Oh,
too.
okay, so I am botching it. That's my bad.
No, we
I'm
used
probably
to
watching it too. Look, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just a great time. It's like, yeah. So when I started seeing that, I was like, you know what? I like that. I added that to my repertoire, and then I found Hog, were the one that Tommy Dreamer was doing for those hardcore type shows and whatnot.
Wait,
So I
House
added it
of
a couple of
Hardcore?
days.
House of Hardcore.
Yep, House of
Oh,
Yep.
I missed House of Hardcore. That's so awesome.
So that's when I started adding stuff like that. So then when I started coming up, with Frost, I was that whole because CM Punk was my guy. AJ Styles was my guy. That's kind of how my thing was. And then when I got introduced to New Japan, that's when everything changed. Everything changed. I started doing more of the New Japan style stuff. I love the strong style stuff as well. I watched the British wrestling. Yeah, that was the motherfuckers. They fight, and like I don't even think they. Sometimes it's like I don't even think they. You think they not friends, but they be fighting though. They be fighting their ass off.
You're talking up
And
in Britain?
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Britain. You're talking British strong style? Well, because they're known for bare knuckle fighting up there. So, yeah. Uh-huh. Like, look at Dynamite Kid. Look what he was doing after wrestling. And look at the British Bulldog, one of the greatest British athletes to ever walk the earth. Nick Aldis, one of the longest reigning NWA champions of all time.
Nick Aldis,
Yeah. Hopefully he come
absolutely,
back.
and Douglas Williams. Remember that
Yes,
dude? I know
yes.
you know who
Part of the
Douglas
British
Williams
invasion
is.
with him and Rob
Magnus.
Terry.
And then
Rob Terry.
What
Rob
about
Terry was in
Lattimore?
Texas too.
Uh-huh.
Who?
Lattimore? The ones in
Oh
there to
yeah,
yeah, I met him before. He let me hold his championship.
That's awesome.
Thomas Lattimore.
absolutely. And then so
That's
that
Bram,
and
right?
then and
Yeah, Brown. He's formerly known as
yeah.
Brown. Yeah, I
Ooh,
met
yes,
him
that's a
earlier this year, and me and him had a conversation. And he let me hold his championship belt.
That's awesome.
that's what's up. Hell yeah.
We
I'm supposed to
we
be
talk
meeting
about the British. What about
Devon
the
Dudley.
Irish? Like Fit Finley,
Ooh,
Oh, Finley has always been my guy. I
right?
like
David
him and
Finley.
Steve
I
Regals.
know you know David
Yes, Steve
Finley.
Regal. Yes.
I don't know about William Regal. I'm more
Uh,
familiar with Steven Regal.
Oh, totally not the same person.
When he was
hmm.
Finley, and he was really fighting. Like I don't. They had some good matches in. I'm a technical wrestler type of guy anyway. I like the technical wrestling more than the
Oh,
theatrics.
absolutely.
I don't like all that flicky
I
shit.
It depends on who's doing all the Twitch
Yeah, it
stuff, but
depends. Yeah,
I'm more
it's
of
like
a
If
goddamn
it's
tell
somebody
it.
player.
like
I
Eddie
like the
Guerrero and
replay.
Rey Mysterio,
Yeah,
you know you're gonna get yourself a
and that's
good
what I
replay
hate
matchup.
about now with wrestling. Now you don't get the storytelling as much as you used to have back in the Ruthless
No, you don't.
era, Ruthless aggression era.
Unless
When they
you're
used to tell
on like an
stories.
indie show now.
Yeah,
It seems like the indies is cutting it up more.
yeah. Everybody now is like doing planned spots, get reactions, and that's about it.
And then they're just breaking their bodies, fucking it up.
Yeah,
That's the one thing, and that's the one thing that like I noticed about when New Japan, when I was watching New Japan from back then up until, because they trying to be like that now, where everything is like a spot, and I'm just like, like I don't like that. Like
it's like
more
spot
like
monkey shit.
yeah, like
Everything got to be a
I
planned
was
spot.
absolutely. Now another person that I actually had to add into my little recipe when I was doing the whole CJ Frost thing was one of my favorite wrestlers, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe has always been one of my favorite wrestlers. Like I had to put that in here somewhere. He kind of that's kind of how I carried himself. He didn't Samoa Joe. He doesn't
Frost was strong. He was Samoa Joe was strong. He was fast. He was technical.
yes,
He had it all.
yes,
I
and
kind of was a.
he was
I like
a
low key.
he was
He was one of my
big.
favorites too.
Oh man, low key, yo, low key.
Low
Come
key,
on now,
Caval, freaking low key is a
Caval,
beast.
he is a man. Yes,
Yeah, I
I was
like how
just
he used to kind of break them rookies down. They tried to play with them.
Oh, are you talking about
um
the old NXT back in the day when they would do those rookie challenges?
no,
Well, no, I'm talking about
I'm
when he was
talking
in
about
TNA.
Oh, oh,
Like
oh
oh,
him,
TNA.
homicide, and all that shit. Man, you can't.
oh!
Ooh,
I hear what you're saying.
homicide.
God damn,
Let me say
man.
that again.
These wrestlers now
Homicide.
so worried about makeup and shit. God damn it.
LAX. I tell everybody LAX. I had LAX as a tag team in my game, and nobody could take the titles away from them.
Hernandez and
I'm
Homicide,
yeah,
two of the greatest members of LAX,
yeah,
with Conan, of course.
Yeah.
Conan.
Conan was always one of my favorites too. He was always one of my
He
guys.
was a great speaker. He was a promoter, manager, wrestler. He did about just everything.
I mean,
He
He was
also was a
always good.
producer. He was a
Yeah.
owner. Like he did it all.
you know
It's kind
who
of
was
crazy
the
with the
you
whole
know who was
AAA thing. That's gonna be kind of crazy this weekend.
yeah yeah
Indeed.
yeah. This weekend's gonna be heavy with wrestling. It's gonna be hard for anybody who's running the show.
Yeah, I think
Right?
I might have to move Game Changer then because it's two shows back to back.
I'm gonna run my show early just so I can be done and watching in time.
Because
I'm
I was gonna
gonna,
start running at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's when I was gonna start Game Changer. Cause I know it's gonna be a little long.
That's when we gotta
you
make them
might
tough
start,
decisions.
you better start that shit at like 10. Like
Yeah,
I'm just saying, shit. I'll
get this shit
be up. I
over.
don't care. I'll be up. I'll be up because normally on the weekends I'm up at like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. 'Cause I'm trying to get my shit ready for Sunday. So like I'll be up. I don't know how function I'll be up, but I'll be up.
Maybe we should
Shit, I don't know if y'all done
maybe
caught it.
we
I've
should
been doing
actually
shows
set
or I
up a day
goes
to go
off.
over the Money in the Bank card. Maybe we should actually go over the Money in the Bank card.
I don't
Oh,
mind.
you probably do like a mixed show.
We could.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, I don't know
I'm
if
down.
nobody's ever done this, but we can actually do a live while I'm actually doing the show.
Oh ho ho! That would be
Ooh,
fire.
And just we can
ooh.
kind
If
of
I'm up,
call
I'm down.
spots as it's happening.
That will
Hey,
be great.
you know what? You know what? You know what? Be even better too. You could bring up some of the people who's actually in the match, so they can call their match.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
I don't know if nobody's ever done that before, but yeah, we
Hey,
could do it. I can
would be
actually be
something
on the live.
different.
we actually talked about doing that, but but in the past, but I was always the whole I'm not doing the mic thing because I don't like how my voice sounds. But now I'm older now. I said,
I don't
fuck
like
it.
how my voice sound either, but I was like, fuck it, somebody got to call it.
I remember
Cause I'm
Hey, I
trying
don't
to,
care.
what
the
I'm trying to
Mighty was
do.
the first one to come up to me, freaking, when he wanted to help get his show out, and then freaking ever since then, we've been talking ever since.
Yeah. Cause
I didn't
my
like my
hopes
voice
is
because
the
oh no, I'm just saying. I didn't like my voice because I stutter sometimes, or like when I get excited and stuff, and then
I think
it's
everybody
like
does it.
no,
That's just, I think that's
I
a
stutter bad.
tick or
I
something.
stutter, I stutter bad.
That
So
boy
like,
JoJo got some lungs on him though.
I
yo, you
know
ever see
what the goal is though. I want either Leo Blade or Big Bad Baby Daddy to call a show, or them calling it together.
yeah,
That's the
yes.
commentary team that I actually want. I don't really care to
You
call the show
know,
because half.
you want to know something, Mighty? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something right now. You know, Mighty, I even fooled Leo Blades, the man who talks all kinds of talk, the man who knows everything. I even had him fooled because I told him it was to work today, and he almost fell on the floor like, "Bro, I thought you were serious. Are you serious? That was a work." I was like, "Yes, that was a work. You know me better than that. Why would I talk like that? I knew something was going on, but I just didn't put my finger on it." I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Come on,
yeah.
man."
I could tell by how he was acting. He wasn't really saying much because he was like, "What the fuck is going on with Marty and CJ?" It was like everybody was kind of walking around like not wanting to say nothing. And I was like, "Well, fuck it. Like, let me say something." So I'm like, maybe this gonna get out of hand if nothing gets said like now. I was like, "Shit, let
But
me just speak
I
on it."
was like, bro, I'm like, it was a work. All it was a work. I was like, come on, man, y'all know me better than that. It was all a work. And then he was like, then he stopped for a second. He goes, now it makes sense. I was like, come on now. So I told him that the whole thing about me, switching characters and this, that, and the third thing. I said, that's why I put the career on the line. He goes, oh, now that makes sense. Blah, blah, blah. So we didn't want to tell everybody that, but
I
I had
knew that
to.
much. It was just some of the baby Big Bad Baby Daddy stuff in Dragon Pro. That's what really threw me for a loop. I was like, damn, like what they
Now,
being like hostile
now,
towards him about?
now that was all Ali because I was
Okay,
asleep at the time. I was asleep at the
that shit
time.
threw me out. Cause I was
So
like, son of a
when I
bitch. I
woke
say,
up, and I saw it, I messaged Ali and I was like, "Hey man, are you good?" He was like, "Bro, that was just I was just working everybody. Just keep it going." All right, I'm good with it. That's all I said. All right, I'm good
yeah,
with it. Keep it
I
going.
was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, Corey taking this shit too far. Now I said, what the fuck? I was
I
like,
had to
goddamn. I was like,
I had to
man,
make it. No, because I even told him I was like, bro, you're gonna go in and talk shit about me. And the one person who's gonna run to my defense is Mythic. You know that, and I know and I know that him and Ali have had words in the past. So it was like, all right, it just made it better in my opinion. I'm sorry, it just made it better because I
it
was
must
like,
have been real for one
Ali,
person because I think that Phoenix Ways guy. I think he
oh,
was confused too because he left the group twice.
yeah, they all were no, they all were confused. They all
Yeah,
were confused. I came in the chat and I said, "Listen, y'all, it's a story. It's just a story. Nothing is personal." Like I don't know if you saw that part, but I said that right after I woke up, and I wrote that long thing to Ali. I said, "With that being said, it's all a story. Y'all should know better than that." I told everybody that y'all should know better than that. It's a story. We're just doing something to amp up to amp up the story. And then Ali messaged me and was like, "Why'd you tell him that?" Because everybody getting all pissed off. I gotta say something.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna
welcome
lie,
I
I've
gotta say
Crazy
worked
something.
Ali
King and
before. I
welcome
ain't gonna
James
lie,
Whitlow Ford.
I've worked Ali before, and I
What happened?
Oh, I was
worked
just
Ali
saying
before
hello to
like
Crazy
that,
King and James
and
Whitlow
I
Ford.
think I got him before, but I'm guessing he got me back because I was like, man, I would have never called that. I knew some of it, but not all of it. So I was like, the stuff that I didn't know, I was like, oh, he going to business for himself. I said, okay, I see what's happening. Then I thought Ali was doing it too, and I was telling James, I said, man, I said, I think he. So I know this motherfucker's not going to business for himself. I said they doing it at the same fucking time too. I was like, okay. I
You
said, I see what happened
shit,
now.
but see, but and you know what? Because Ali man, she was like, I'll talk to Mighty, and I'll tell him what's going on. And then I said, no, 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 no. He said, and I quote, "There's certain things that he doesn't tell the roster because he wants that wow factor. Let's give him that wow factor." Yeah, my bad, bro. We should have told him.
Yeah, I got you.
I ain't gonna
I got me
like.
with that one. I
Yeah,
was like, and I
I
do
mean,
say that all the time too. It's that I do say that.
yes, you
And I
do.
was like, God damn
Yes,
it,
you do.
you got me. Y'all got me with that one.
Yes, you do. That's the only reason because I watched that last show, and that's when you said it, and I was like, I wonder how far. Well, wow factor is he willing to take it? Let me talk to Ali. But I messaged him and he didn't get back to me right away. Then when he got back to me, he was like, "Man, I saw the drama and I just put my head back down and went about my business." I said, "No, that was your cue to say something." And then he jumped in the Dragon Pro chat and started saying something. But I thought he was gonna say something while I was awake so I can play damage control. I'm sorry, I drink too much. I fell asleep. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I guess it kind
Like
of
I ain't
worked
gonna lie
out
to
with me
nobody.
with me leaving. I guess it kind of added more fuel to it. Like, goddamn, this shit real. It's real.
Yeah, because we even had the owner believe in it. We even had the owner believe in it. I was like, yeah, that it. I wanted like, I wanted people to actually wonder if I was gonna show up, if I was gonna be there. Because I kind of dropped hints about like, I can beat you one on one, if I want to, and this, that, and the third. And like Ali said all of that, and then like, you know, I said, say something about me and Dragon Pro. And he was like, yeah. I said, say something. So when he did, and I left, like, I was like, I wanted him to get that, okay, well, whatever. Because I told him, I was like, it's not, that's why he was like, just because I leave the chat doesn't mean I leave the company kind of deal. That's what I was doing. And I'm sorry, I should have said something to you about that. I was just kind of thinking in the moment and kind of trying to get the ball
In the moment,
rolling and whatever,
things were
whatever.
happening, and you
And
were like, "Let's go for it."
so, yeah. But at the same time, that's happened to me hundreds of times, and I had to be ready for it. So after the 50th time that it happened, then I started being ready for it. But the first couple of times it happened for him, dude, I was in people's inboxes like, "What did I do? I'm sorry. What can I do to fix this?" And they're like, "Bro, it's a story. Calm down, relax."
It's
So I
crazy
kind
because
of had
I've
to,
actually gotten Archie like that on the live. I did it on the live show I
yes,
worked in on the live. And
yes.
I tell you, that motherfucker was mad than a motherfucker. He was,
No, Chambers told me. He said
yeah.
you and Archie had him. He said him and you had Archie so mad because he thought that y'all was really about to go meet up and fight each other and stuff. And I was like, damn,
So
I
yeah, I
missed all
basically
of
pulled the
that.
Chambers and Mighty. We had that whole chat thing when we
Yeah,
about to kill each other. Like we was talking shit. Like they was like hitting us up like, bro, chill, bro, like chill. Like, and I was like, man, fuck you too. And he's like, what? I say, fuck you too, man. You part of the problem. He's like, oh shit, oh bro.
damn.
I'm just asking the question. Say, man, fuck y'all, man. Then I think Isaiah was like, I think Mighty trolling, bro. He was like, Archie, Mighty trolling, bro. He said, I ain't even feel Steve say that. He said, that motherfucker trolling, bro. I don't know how he figured it out, but because I guess because I ain't never really just said nothing like slick to him like that before, and I did, and he's like, nigga, you ain't never said nothing like that before, like. He just like, I think this nigga trolling me, bro. He gotta be. And I
You
was like,
know
oh
who? You
shit.
know. You know who called me out on trolling you guys? Was one of the girls in the chat. Was like, "You're just trolling them, aren't you?" And I was like, "Shut up,
I bet I know the girl
Tony."
too.
Who?
It was Chambers, wasn't it?
No, it's
Oh
Jamie.
my god.
No, because even Chambers was because even he was like, "Wow, bro, you good?" Did he even you good, man? Everything cool? I was like, "Yeah, what are we talking about?" Man, I saw you leave and this, that, and the fact, man. Don't even worry about it. I didn't want him to know. They didn't like, I even had Mythic fooled. I had to tell him Mythic today that it was a work, and he was so embarrassed that he went after Ali like that. He was like, "Man," he was like, "You had me in there cursing this man out and talking all kinds of shit because I thought he was really going after you." I was like, "Isn't that what you do?" And he
Yeah.
shut right up.
Talk
And
about
he was
fucking
like,
storyline of the year and didn't even get all the way pulled off. Shit.
I'm about to say, I ain't even get the whole thing done yet. Oh man, all we had was like what, a couple more days, and we could have had it done. But
Damn, that's.
Got a
But it
leftovers
works
limit.
out either way
it
though. It seemed like because like the genuine reactions now everybody gonna want to see that fucking match now.
is,
Right?
yeah,
Yeah. Hey, I gotta fucking deliver.
yeah, yeah, you do now. Shoot, we
Yeah,
all do.
yeah.
And it will
It
deliver,
was all.
guaranteed.
Oh, speaking
Oh
of
yeah.
which, so I didn't want to do this. I really didn't. I was always against doing this, but uh, I brought two on-screen characters to IWA, so y'all will start seeing Crispy Bacon and Larry on the show. But they won't. They will be like managers. They
Crispy
won't be
Bacon
wrestling.
Larry.
Will be on the show. They'll
I'm
be like they
I'm
won't
trying
be
I'm
like
trying to figure out
trying
who
to
that
fight
is.
for belts or nothing like that. They'll be more of a like a manager type of role. But I always was against doing that. But I was like, I might as well just introduce that character since I'm already that character in the chat, and then we can
That's
introduce
cool.
like a Larry type of character.
Hey,
Like he
I
won't be
mean,
one of those
because
people where
I
he's
do know.
beating a talent, nothing like that. He won't be in matches beating talent. That won't be the case.
Okay,
So,
so
so you ain't got to worry
here's
about
my
that.
plan. So here was my plan C. My plan C was if none of that, if all the above was to blow up and anything, I was gonna have to step in as GM Davis. I was gonna say, as the benefit of both our partnerships, I'm forcing Frost to face the big bad baby daddy in that match, or I was gonna strip Frost, suspend him or whatever, because that would be bad for business if he didn't show up. That was my plan C. I was gonna step in as GM Davis and order Frost to face BBD at the pay-per-view. That was my. I didn't want to go that route because I don't like putting GM Davis in the middle of um wrestling business.
Yeah,
I kind of
yeah.
have him as you know, I do put him in the middle of things or whatever, but it's hard for me to play that character because he's so serious. He's strict business. He doesn't pull no punches, and he doesn't care who he's talking to. If you're not a partner, he's not going to care less. He's going to do what's best
yeah.
for business. He's going to do what's best to keep his partners happy and be partnered with these people. And he takes he takes all his partnerships, which, I do too. I know I do too, but I take my partnerships very seriously. And that was my plan C. I was going to order, I was literally going to come back to the chat as GM Davis and say that Frost is going to take that match whether he likes it or not. And if he didn't, he would be just fine and suspended. And I was gonna come up with some kind of thing to give Ali, but it still worked out.
Yeah, it still kind of worked out.
My only thing is like I would have put the South America title up, but I think I promised like three different
No, no,
people
no.
title matches, so I got.
But yeah, if you think about it, I still gave you that option with the U.S.
Oh, I
title, so
know. I
that's
mean,
still an option.
that was no, but that was a route I thought about going. That was a route I really thought about doing it. I was like, but I felt like because Ali was like putting my title because he was like putting his career up versus the title. He didn't feel like because he's like if he loses he has to retire. I said no, you don't retire. You just have to leave, but you're not leaving. You were gonna stay there. You were gonna be my lackey, and
You
like I
know
was
what?
gonna
I
have
think
Ali.
I had a match like that happen with him, and that fell through. That's probably why he was saying that, because the guy was supposed to be his
I
like
am,
he ended up quitting the damn group.
yeah, I get that, but like at the same time, it was like I felt like we could have did the whole like we could have did the same thing. He could have did shenanigans to make me lose my matches. Whatever. He wants
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
the contract. He wants out of the contract. We could have came up with something, but like I kind of felt like now the stakes are even higher. Whoever wins keeps the title. Whoever loses has to go home. And I was like, it's just, but it's not just
That
Frost
still
leaving.
can
It's
be an
Frost
option
and
though,
Oliver.
because he's really not going home. He can literally he can play Jason J while
I mean, I might as well,
Big Bad Baby Daddy is gone.
but I might as well just keep them there now because the cat's out the bag now, so I might as well keep them there. Like
It can still be
and you did
spun
say
because you know you can always get one over on the people.
I
You
know,
got that over,
but
so you can
oh I
always
know.
spin the block on
I'm
that.
just gonna add. I mean, I just like
I
I
get
don't
what you're
wanna
saying though
force.
now too though. It's kind of like well shit.
Oh, I know now. If I show you the new updates I got, I know you're gonna want them. So like, you know. I'm gonna have to leave them over there. I'm not gonna pat myself on the back, but I'm gonna do it anyway because ever ever since hooking up with Wild Man, I stepped my mask game up. I stepped the armor game up.
Yeah, yeah. Wild
Yeah,
Man, he's an unsung hero with
he
the
got me looking like
designs. He's
yes,
an,
he made me look
Wild
like a
man is
beast.
legit a wild man.
yeah, he is an
Like
unsung hero. He
I
don't get.
mean,
And I actually told Zillivant
he
2
does.
about Wild Man, so Zillivant 2 knows about Wild Man and his designs.
I
Oh
I
yeah.
tell everybody. I tell everybody about Wild Man. I tell people like if y'all don't have this man come to y'all company, just come and watch one of his. So Ali's making so Frost is gonna have two bodyguards now that that Wild Man's making for me. These two big giant. I don't know and why everybody he make gotta be super heavyweight, big giant people. Like they eat like cows and horses and mooses whole and shit. So
Well,
like
I heard the little
he
secret
told
that
me to
Wild Man
get
likes
you.
big men, so that's probably why.
I guess he likes big. I guess he do. Hey, he like big women because the goddess is a big shit too. And
Yeah,
You're
he
not
like
I
big
mean,
wrong.
men. Wild Man like to party.
I
You
mean,
got you got to
I
tell
guess
him no.
he do that. You
You
got
got
that
to tell him
wild
no.
man for a reason. Hey man, he too big. You can't tell him no. I mean, you can tell him no, but it's gonna be a date rape either way. Anyway, um, like he's gonna make me these two guys, and I'm thinking about having them come in as his Frost's little bodyguard. They're not little anyway; they could be big dudes. But I changed my mask up so Ali can drop the calamari jokes and the octopus
Oh my
face and
god,
whatever. I know I I know
that
he's
shit
gonna have
funny.
some new ones now. Wait till you see my new Mac. I know he's gonna have some funny to say now because I'm doing a whole Planet of the Apes kind of. I got a Caesar kind of Planet of the Apes mask kind of thing going on. Yeah, it's pretty dope, and
Yeah,
I
he
made
sent
it
me some
through.
designs he had not too long ago. I was like, how the fuck do you be doing that shit?
So he sends me some designs, and I know how to change the colors to them. So like he was sending me his designs, I would change them colors, sending them back to him, and that's because I have a green wild man. He made one. He was trying to make a different one, and he couldn't get the color right. Man, I gave him blue, purple, green, orange, red. So y'all gonna see some wild man for days.
Yeah,
And
I got a different version. I believe mine's is orange and black. I
yes,
believe. And I think you
I
got
have
the
a green
green
and
and
black.
black.
I got the green and black. I'm telling you, shit, hold on. I'm gonna send you this shit right now. Wait until you see this shit. This is gonna be funny as hell. Crazy kids, what do you do?
Alexa got the newer Mighty too. She said, oh, Devontae got the newer Mighty because he was running the show. Oh, I didn't even know he left.
Oh, I didn't even notice he left.
Yeah, okay. So we not in here no more. We never run.
Everybody all disappearing.
Yeah, this turned to actually a good show. Shit.
Hell yeah, bro. We always have some good ones, and we're almost at the
Yeah,
2 hour marker. This is at 1 hour 48 minutes so far.
yeah, damn. I guess it's good to have those kind of what the fuck moments. That shit kind of makes it more interesting, I guess.
Hey man, there's a lot going on in Game Changer. We definitely need to do a prediction show for Game Changer, and we definitely need to do another war room or even a backstage brawl between two men that need a press conference.
And
Welcome,
this was
General
War Room,
A.
right?
Williams.
This was War Room, right?
Huh? Yeah, yeah, this is War
This
Room.
is yeah. Okay, so good. That all that kind of came out in this show, so that works.
Exactly,
So
and
yeah.
backstage brawl will have like a press conference most likely before Game Changer between two or even more individuals.
I want to say I know who I want to have the backstage brawl. It's two people who really ain't on here as much, but to kind of help. God damn it, the light keep turning on my ass. Fuck. James Smith and Scott Stevenson, if I can get them on, because they have
Okay.
a incoming title match, and I know they
James Smith and
the
Scott Stevenson. Bet.
if you can get them on, and then Isaiah Ortiz and King Dominator, they have a upcoming title match as well to unify both of their titles, because both of them hold interim championships.
All right.
And
That
VJ
makes
is
sense.
actually, well, Mighty is the interim Intercontinental champion, but due to him having
We
concussion,
still need something with
the
VJ.
belt,
I've been wanting to get him on for some
yeah,
time.
VJ is pretty much going to defend the championship for Mighty. So we'll have
Okay.
VJ versus Scott Stevenson whenever he defends his belt against James Smith, or the winner of that match will face VJ in the Ultimate Submission match.
Okay.
So VJ, like I say, VJ can recreate history again if you wanted to. But me as a now, I never really wanted to do the singles thing this season. Me and VJ kind of said we was gonna do the tag thing, and that's really
Yeah.
been working out because we kind of undefeated. We ain't lost a match, so hopefully we can keep that trend going. Should us being a tag, because I think we doing pretty good.
Indeed, you guys are the Scorn, and you guys are a vicious team. And fuck Norris, a team that's ready, and they want me to sign them on a contract against the mystery team that you have for them.
Well, if the Mr. Team here is just sign the contract. If you ain't
I'll
too
make up a
scared.
I'll make up a contract tonight,
All right.
and I'll also make up one for Scott Stevenson and James Smith.
Oh, okay. Scott, I think Scott just needs to win the tag team titles, and then he'll be Grand Slam
All right.
or Triple Crown. I think it's Triple Crown. He's been world.
Well, Triple Crown
Yeah.
is when he's won 3 of the belts, and Grand Slam is when you win all of them.
So yeah, he's Triple Crown right now. He's Triple Crown right now.
Well, good to him. That's good on him.
Oh yeah. Scott always been like a good hand, good talent. Never really had no problems out of him. Been real good. James Smith came in. He's been doing good too. His last season, he kind of reintroduced himself to the brand, because we was familiar with him from DTKA. He's a very wild man, so he kind of reintroduced himself to the roster last season. Kind of put himself in play for a championship match.
You know, I was over here talking and I did not know I was disconnected.
Yeah, we were wondering where you went, and then freaking I saw your text up like, let me add him back in here.
But my question was, what kind of match is it going to be between
You said what
me
now?
and Mr. Ali? What kind of match is it going to be between me and Mr. Ali?
You would have to get with one Leo Blade on that one, because I'm letting him call the shots on both those matches. Now the match with B More and Wildman is a regular match.
I got to let him know the match is back on.
But
I
yeah, I
did
gave him
tag
4 runs
Mr.
with
Leo
that.
Blade, but he has not responded, so he must be busy at the moment, but I think he'll see this when he can. This will be up on the YouTube page possibly tonight or tomorrow. By the way,
Yeah,
this is the 71st video that will be put up on the page.
oh shit.
Yeah. The last War Room was number 70.
Shit, we getting somewhere. And I think this needed to happen either way, so stuff can get discussed and talked about.
Indeed, I like this. I like when we get discussions like this. Like, hey, this is all inclusive to everybody. That's what I try to say about War Room. You even made this inclusive to everybody. This is for anybody and everybody. Like, freaking, we have fun with this. We talk about many of things on here. It's always good to reconnect every once in a while.
Yeah. Shit, get some
Yeah,
good
it gets a
talking
little
going on.
crazy every now and then. It gets a little crazy every now and then, but I don't know. Whatever Leo decides, I'm cool with it. I don't care.
Yeah,
I just
I
think
get him full authority on that.
I just think that it's going to be an interesting show regardless. Now that the cat the cat's out the bag, and damn, now I got mercy. Let me
I gotta
go.
get you
I
updated.
got I got to butter up my tag team partner a little bit. Then I guess. Shit.
And what's
Oh
interesting about
yeah.
this is they tag team partners too, so Ali might get screwed. That's a possibility.
Not
That
even
is
the
a
tag
big
team partner.
possibility. A lot of what ifs.
We're the
Yeah,
tag
this
team
is gonna be
champions.
interesting.
We're the
Tag
tag
team
team
partners
champions. So
champions. Oh man.
yeah.
Oh, I
I
need those
mean,
titles too, so I can. Yeah, I don't know if you want the word titles here.
I have all of them. I have them all up on. I tell everybody they're all up on the DPW33 hashtag wherever I'm at. If y'all want to put them belts on us, feel free to do it. Kyla is the Queen of Dragons. Frost is a South American. Me and Leo are the tag team. I think I have to put the tag team titles up. I'm not. I don't. I'm not 100% sure. I'll check that later. But all my titles should
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen, we are almost to the 2 hour mark on this video. This will be officially the longest video once it reaches the 2 hour mark. We have 4 minutes left.
So you might as well make
And I
history.
remember, and I remember you stopped me at the last one because we would have been the longest one. But I remember that.
Well, I had to because my phone was acting up.
Yeah, because I had to plug my phone in. But I mean,
Yeah.
if y'all gotta go, you gotta go.
It's up to Brandon, Larry.
Hey, I was just saying, like, freaking, this is like I said last time I had to go because my phone was acting up, so I had to make sure the charger worked.
Hey,
That's why I had to cut the
I'm
video.
good. Hey,
If
I'm
you
good.
kicking us out, then
Y'all
hey, you
do.
kicking us out. Well, we get it.
I mean,
You want
yeah,
us to
we
leave,
can talk
we'll
about
leave.
rep. I mean, I got some. I mean, I can tell y'all what's going on the next show. Coming up on Sunday, like I said, Leo
Hey, share
is
it out, man. This is all inclusive.
Leo is going to be going after. He's like I said, he's in that King of Dragons division now, and for holding up his end of the bargain as being the. This is where Frost comes in as being his little power hungry, and he is the commissioner. He's giving his tag team partner an opportunity to be in that fatal four way to face Mr. Damian Briggs for that King of Dragons championship, but it's a fatal four way number one contender match. So there's two more matches that have to be done. MXG is in it. I have to look at the last show, but I'm pretty sure somebody else is in it. And then there's two more people. Damien picked everybody, and Gorilla Cruise. So whoever
I heard that
wins
name
that
before.
fatal four way, oh man. If you haven't seen Gorilla Cruise match, you might want to check this dude out.
And if you have not seen DPW Wrestle Kingdom 3, where Gorilla Cruz took on Johnny Superkicks, go check that out.
Where Johnny took that L. I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Johnny actually was here. He has not said anything, but I think he's still watching.
Uh, I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm really am.
Hey,
I was hoping he was
it
gonna
was a
beat him.
war. It was a great effort nonetheless. They always have great battles.
Well, they were 1-1. They beat each other once, and
Exactly.
that was a tiebreaker. That was a tiebreaker. But I don't like this. I always say this. I don't think it's the end of them two. I really don't.
Yes.
I really don't. And and like, and I remember this is something I wanted to say that I wanted to let Mr. Ali know. Well, excuse me, Mr. Big Bad Baby Daddy Doe. Um, as a fair commissioner, I would never bury Keisha. I would never think of putting her in any awkward position that she didn't want to be in willingly. I wouldn't even and that was a second. I wouldn't even um lay a finger on her, but that's Now that's me as the commissioner. My brother is the owner. He wouldn't let anything happen to his talent. But Taira runs the women's division, and that's something hey, whatever happens, happens, hey. But Miss Tisha will not be taken. There will be nothing happening to her. She will be actually be rewarded for her last matches that she has been in. So she will get a shot against Chanel Baltimore for that Queen of the Mountain briefcase. And
We
if
have
she
officially
wins,
made it to 2 hours, gentlemen.
right on, sir. Now, if she wins, she can get that briefcase, and at our next pay-per-view, Bring the Violence, it could possibly be Tisha versus Kylo for that Queen of Dragons championship. You never know what might happen.
Eddie really wants to bring the violence because he really wants Johnny to play him in something violent. He's ready for something violent.
Johnny is like a day, like a week behind us. So like it would probably, so when I do Bring the Violence, he will probably do it the week after.
That's
And
understandable.
yeah, so
I'm still
because I
trying to
know
get Riley to you, but Mike is. He's been busy as of late. I really want Riley on there, but
I got
it's taking
Riley on
time.
my show too.
I can
You hear me?
I can make her I can make her if you have like like a general idea of what you want her to look like. You can just send it to me.
No, Chambers got her. Chambers sent her to me.
Oh,
Really?
well,
He did
fucking why are
something?
you
Yeah,
hogging on it?
yeah, I
Why
got Riley.
I'm about to look on his thing,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I got Riley. I think you got to ask him for it because he took them all down.
Mm, I'll
Yeah,
get it.
Riley? Oh, well.
I'll,
I had
Yeah,
no
I
idea.
got
I'll get
Riley.
it. I mean, because is it I get it from him or I make it myself? Either way.
Hey, B-War, if B-War could send it to you and you can pick her up, that works.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually how I do it. If somebody is not able to get in contact with somebody, I just make the call my damn self.
Yeah,
Hey,
me
if you're able to pick her up, he puts up his cause under a certain tag, I believe AOWE, as far as I'm concerned.
I know. I can get it from him. That ain't no problem.
Yeah, she
Like
put it
I
nice
said,
too.
like I said, when I dropped this new frost and then, like I sent them to both of y'all in y'all messages. Like, yeah, that one's pretty dope. So,
It's
like,
gonna be the
that's
new
helpful.
update going forward.
Yep, and I ain't doing no more for him after that. I'm done with that.
You say
Mm.
that the next time you're just like, nah, I'm gonna do this. No, just kidding.
Well, I did the octopus mask and I did
I like
the
the
Tomatama mask
octopus
before.
mask.
So
I
yeah,
like
I
that
did
mask.
it for years because I always use the Cthulhu kind of mythology and stuff like that. But I needed something new, and then like I said, dealing with Wild Man, you learn a few things, and he actually when he be dropping masks to me, I'm like, oh, I gotta use that. Oh, I gotta use that. Oh, I got the only thing I try because I try to do a Predator mask, and I was gonna try to do a whole Predator look for my match with Ali, but I couldn't get the mask to look right, so I gave up.
You couldn't get the match to
I,
look right.
I couldn't get the mask to look right.
Uh,
Like the hair, because I did the lingerie and I put the little, I dyed the little things around it because they got those little things around their dreads or whatever. And I was gonna put the mask on them. I just couldn't get the mask to look right. I looked up 4 different Predator masks and I couldn't get them to look right. I sent them to Wildman and he gets them to look right.
I was about to say, weren't you guys able to use that face scan thing because that's how Mike did Eddie's like face paint and stuff when he would morph his
But
faces.
but sometimes like when you get certain images and stuff like that, sometimes one side of the face might be a little darker than the other side. Maybe
Ah,
like a tad bit darker, but not that much darker. So what you got to do is you got to cut the image in half. Then you got to flip the other side and place it together so it looks like one side. But it all depends on how the mask is made as well, because you don't want something looking weird or whatever. It's gotta have to look kind of the same. Like when Summer Kyra's match, when she got the spider on her face or whatever, I know how to like it was one mask. Her face was super dark, so I cut the mask in half and I flipped the other side around, and it worked perfectly. It just all depends on how you do it. And you know, Wild Man showed me that shit quite a bit. He did that with my with the armor I wear too. Like that shit was dope. Like it took me a minute because I did not know how I was gonna get it to work, and he made it work.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Okay.
when you have a conversation with him and you send him an image, it's like he is so creative when he talks that you can actually see what he's talking about.
Oh.
It is like him and I think him and Jamie, because Jamie does a lot of the women in Dragon Pro. She does a lot of the face scans, the makeup. You know, she does all the some of the gear. You know, like she does. She has a thing about calling people yellow hair. Like if people think they're doing blonde, they're not doing blonde. Jamie does
Welcome,
blonde. You can
Mr.
do yellow.
Briggs. Good to see you, sir.
Mr. Briggs. Yes, we were just talking about that. But like I said, Jamie knows how to do, certain people's looks and stuff like that. That I say like it wasn't for her and Wild Man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it, it's pretty good. I tell people all the time, y'all want to get y'all women characters to look good, send them to Jamie. Y'all want
I
some
think
wild?
she's supposed to be working on my White Claw.
She did do your wife's call.
Okay.
However, when you left like that, we just assumed that you were gone. So we deleted your character. You're gonna have to send her back to me so she can do it again.
Okay.
I, I'm just saying, like
Saving
we just
you
assumed
too.
that. I mean, I'm just saying, like we can. It's. I'll talk to her. She ain't got no problem with doing it again. She owe me one, or two, or three, or five or six. Yeah, she owe me a couple. So we're good. But yeah, because like I said, I didn't know what was going on, so I kind of just figured that you were gone and stuff like that. So I kind of figured it was kind of no point in keeping you on the rosters if you wasn't going to be big around. And I did message you twice, and then to message me back, fuckers. But still,
Yeah, because now you can even ask and Larry, Big Bad Baby Dad. So I don't. I said right now I don't know how to feel about what's happening. I said I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I'm gonna wait. So I kind of calmed down from that, so I don't say the wrong thing. Because I was really thinking that you went into business for yourself, and I'm like, that's fucked up. I'm like, I know how I get, and I don't want to say the wrong thing and just disrespect you. So I said, let me kind of get together what I want to say
I
before I say some
I,
fucked up shit.
I understand. I understand, but like you said in your message, if you misinterpreted what I said, then that's what I was trying to explain. Yes, you misinterpreted what I was saying. If you would have read it, I would have. I was trying to. Yes, I was not going to business to talk about myself with a story. I did not mean to do that. Kind of deal, whatever. And like, I'm like, well, damn, bro, it's been a couple of days. You didn't mention me back. I guess he's really not speaking to me. That's when I started reaching out to everybody else about what the fuck was going on. Like I messaged Brandon and I was like, dude, what'd I do? Like,
Welcome, Teddy Two
I was just trying to
Shiesty.
see what was going on. But oh, but anyway, Mr. Briggs is watching. So Mr. Briggs, like I said, we were talking about Girl Cruise and certain people and whatever. And um we all know NXT has made it to that fatal four way. And there's like there's actually I have to do three more matches on this show because Leo, uh, Gorilla, and one more person needs to qualify for that fatal four way. And I don't remember who Mr. Briggs said he wanted in that because I let him pick everybody in that match, but they have to qualify.
By the
So
way, if you mix TXT Realm of the Gods. Please go check it out. It was a fantastic part 1 and part
Yes,
2. Great shows.
yes, it was. Yes, it was. I went back and watched it. Yes, I was. It was a great match. It was a great show.
Oh yeah. I hope to get Briggs on here so we can go over the card of that night.
You said
Absolutely.
TXT?
Huh?
You said TXT?
Yes. 10
What does
by
that
10.
stand for?
10 by 10.
Oh, 10 by 10. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, Mr.
if
Brinkman.
you want to go check out his
Yes,
stuff,
definitely
I've also
check
have
it
the
out. Yes, please.
interview between me and him we did, and there's also another one when he was doing Under Briggs and such.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
so one in and out of character.
Yes, we did one for TXT, and we did one for his characters, because TXT came way later, and that was like the second time he was actually on one of my lives, and it's always a fun joy to have Anthony on here. He's a cool guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, I would have loved to see what he would have said as Mr. Briggs.
Freaking, I think meeting the character, like, there's like, I've met a lot of people on here doing this, and it's really cool to get to know the person outside of the character. But then there's ones that want to do the character, and that's totally understandable. And I try not to pressure people to come on here. Like Jen, she was very
So
nervous
let me
coming
ask
on
you
here,
something.
but she
So
fought
let me
through it, and look
yeah.
what she
Oh,
did.
she did it. Oh yeah,
I
I
was shocked
seen
that
that one.
you
Yeah,
had
good.
Devontae on here. I was shocked
Shot,
seeing him.
yeah, yeah. His big
I
old
said,
head
is that
though.
Devontae?
Is it?
Mm.
No, I said when he was on the show, I was shocked.
Oh yeah, Dev yesterday. He was on here the other day. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he
let me
has. He
ask
actually
you
just sent
something,
me a
Mr. Larry.
logo for his next pay-per-view. All I gotta say is beautiful logo.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful logo.
I gotta send you one for. I gotta send you one for ours too. I think it. I think you probably already saw it, but I made a new one. Um,
Okay.
but yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you, Mr. Larry, Mr. Interviewer, how do you think?
What's up?
How do you think you would do, or we need to schedule you having an interview with Jeff Frost?
I
I can
mean,
say a lot. I can say a lot as Mr. Davis. I can say a lot as Sea Dog, as they call me, the commentator. But I think it would be to say when I was
I
Frost.
think it would be good. I think it would be cool to do. I think that would be a awesome idea. Whenever you have a day that you're free, my friend.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have
Yeah,
to
like
schedule something
you
like
know
that.
me, I like to do it on like my people's time. I don't want to be the guy to be like, okay, I have a scheduled time. Like I always want to make sure that you guys are able to make it for y'all.
Oh no, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna jump on here and like be Frost. I'm like trying to. I gotta think about my. I gotta think about what I'm gonna say. I
Oh,
gotta well, plan the interview kind of deal.
understood. Understood. We welcome everybody here on the Shadowed City. The Shadowed City represents 6 different shows under our banner. Right now, we have 4 going so far. The other 2 are still in the works.
Oh, yeah. That movie night should be really good once it get going.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I can't wait to do the movie one. I've been writing down a lot of movies, and I also have the other one you gave me, Breaking Kayfabe, which I
Oh,
think I'm
yeah.
actually going to use that one for like more like how we were talking about doing the cards for like other pro wrestling companies outside of the e-feds. I feel like that'd be a good one for that.
It was actually, today would have been a perfect time to do that because that's basically what we had to do to get the story. Kind of had to break kayfabe to kind of let everybody know what was happening.
Hey, we all got news on here. We freaking do a lot of these. There's a lot of IWA war rooms. I need to number them, but freaking
Yeah.
you catch all the big news on here every single time. We always big out the big news, and
Mhm.
IWA Game Changer just continues to get amped up.
Yeah, with that addition. See, and then this fit throw people off because everybody gonna think that's the secret match I'm talking about,
Wait,
and
oh,
it's not. I still have a secret
throw in a
match.
curveball, throw 'em off.
I think this is much needed I really don't care for the dramatics or the drama in this stuff. I just want to have fun with it. I'm like, God damn. But like you say, you get caught in this. That's just life. You get caught in the drama of it sometime too, because some shit can get confusing.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it like this too. It's like, certain storytelling, you got to have some kind of drama into it. It's got to have some kind of um you're gonna have to blur the line somewhere. It's just for future reference, like myself, you just gotta let the people know what's going on, so that way they know how to answer the questions that people come to them. Because I understand that too. I've been there where like people didn't like what was going on, and they came to me like, "Hey, what's this? It's a story. Just let it ride." Stuff like that. So I understand that, and sometimes I can get caught up in it too. So I understand that, but it is about having fun. It is about having a good time or whatever. But you can't have a good story without a little drama,
Yeah,
Exactly.
if that makes sense.
I
Yes.
do.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Just a little bit of drama. It doesn't have to be like I'm gonna come shoot your house up, or I'm gonna come whoop you. That kind of drama.
We can make this
'Cause
into
I've
the
seen
Attitude
that.
Era. Let's go. Let's start burning down houses, throwing each other through walls, guys. Let's go.
Like so there was a fed I was in when I had started the Venom Club, and it was me and like four other people. So like we stopped being the Venom Club, and then we called ourselves the House of Terror. And when I mean we were the House of Terror, that's what we did. We did terrible shit. Like we beat up the GM's wife. We kidnapped their kids. In retaliation, the locker room burned down our clubhouse. They came to Dragon Pro and beat up the people in our dojo and burned down our dojo. I had to, it was all story. I had to remake a whole new dojo. I had to tell certain people. There were people that was on their roster, but they were, Dragon Pro alumni, and they were our tag team champions. They beat them up too, even though they were their own people, and left them in a burning building and stuff like that. Yeah, we had some drop. They were talking about talking shit back and forth. They was mad as hell. They were talking shit. We were talking shit, and but it was a little bit. It was that constant communication kind of thing. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. So that, like I said, that's my bad. But still, it was that little bit of drama that made. So we did a pay per view called Hostile Takeover. They did one night. I did one night, and it was crazy. Yes, it was crazy, and like I kind of missed that, having that kind of rivalry with certain promotions. I tried it with certain other promotions, and it worked great. Some it didn't. Some it worked great. And like there's certain people where like I felt like that it can work like that. Some we got to build up to stuff like that. But you know, a little bit of drama, a little bit of back and forth. That's just how it is. That's
Yeah,
part of the game. Just gotta make sure we know, it's all story.
And that's the beauty of it, like, because there's many of storytellers out here in the EFED community, and you have such a variety of people working together with one another that you could get something very magical, especially if you pay attention to the story happening.
Absolutely, like the story that me and Leo did. Like,
That was a
me and Leo.
beautiful story. That was, if Dave Meltzer was rating EFEDs, I am sorry, that was storytelling of the year.
But see, the Leo, so the Leo and Frost story could actually fire the Leo and Big Bad Baby. That story is that I've already taken one title from y'all already. So now I have the opportunity to take another one, and he's the only person that has to stop me. Like I said, Leo, like I said in the chat, like I was in, Leo was a bigger threat than he was, and you see what happened to Leo. Like Frost, like just like you said, everybody, like I understand how you was building up BBD and everything else, but like at the same time, everybody also has to consider that he's from Japan. He has all these recognitions and stuff like that. He has all these titles. People do recognize what he's done. That's like I recognize what everybody's done. I always recognize what everybody's done in other leagues, because if you don't, it doesn't make sense. Like, I can't have somebody like, for instance, I can't have somebody like Mighty come over and like Mighty's been champion over there like let's say like 5 or 6 times and he's held titles over there. But when he comes over here, I'm supposed to treat him like a rookie, give him rookie matches? Hell no, I'm not doing that. And because look where he's come from, look what he's done. That's like somebody from KCW doing that, like Rob Anderson, for instance. I'm not going to put him in rookie matches. I'm not going to put Eddie in rookie matches. So when Frost goes to other places, it's like, and like and we're partners. Like, yeah, my accomplishments mean something. Like they can laugh at them all they want. I've always heard that it's not what you do here. It's not what you did there. It's what you do here.
Yeah.
And somebody said that to me in 2 different places, and I literally went undefeated for 3 months over there and took their title twice. And nobody.
And you had a long month reign in Hellfire as Eddie's Hellfire champion.
Absolutely. I was champion for quite a while. I was champion I was champion in a few places for like months. So like, and people see those things, so why would that not be considered, something to say when you walk into another company? Like, I'm supposed to start from the bottom up. And then like, because I always thought about like that. Because I always said when I was, back in the day, I was like, when I come to these places, I'm going to start from the bottom up, whatever. And then I had 2 or 3 people tell me, now two showrunners now, tell me that when they see Frost, when they see CJ Frost, they don't see him as somebody that's going to have to start from the bottom up. They see him as entitled. They see him as arrogant. They see him as he's a thinker. So I put all those together, and I also make him an opportunist. So I tell people, and a prize fighter. So when I say these things, it's to I'm not gonna put myself in predicaments where I don't think I'm gonna I'm not gonna prosper. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. Like I tell people, like when I play Frost, don't take anything personal. Please.
Exactly.
Don't, because I don't mean it. I tell people that all the time. Don't take it personal.
No, literally. Like, that's something that you and Mighty both make clear in your chats. I can vouch for that, and you guys have said it umpteen times, and I noticed you guys have to sometimes go out and repeat things and be like, hey, y'all, so I'm going to say this again, and you guys do that to keep your chat safe for others so everybody can feel safe.
Like I said before, like I said earlier, I do not tolerate bashing anybody's leaves in my chat that we
you shut that shit down.
That we are partnering with whatever. I have zero tolerance for any of that. I will kick you to the curb and ban you quicker than you can say Oscar Spadash. And that's awesome for me to say. Anyway, no, I don't do that because I don't want nobody to go to somewhere else and start talking shit about us. Because I'm everywhere too, because I'll see it. But I don't want. So I don't want nobody doing that shit in my chat. Exactly. And I shut it down. Fuck it and shit. Absolutely. Like we said, it's all about fun and it's all about creativity. We are supposed to build up. We're not supposed to tear down. And that's what we do. We have some great creators in this community. And I feel like because we all share the same roster in some shape or form with with a few different people or whatever, but we all share the same roster. So let's just be courteous and be kind and come on, y'all. If y'all see me in one chat, y'all see me in another chat, y'all see me acting one way in one chat, y'all know how I'm gonna act in it. Y'all know it's all story. So it's like some people that I'm just saying, it's some people that are in your chat, they should have knew was a story. They should have been like, hey, man, he's just trolling y'all, whatever. Because they know me. But the fact they didn't say anything just added more fuel to the fire. And I loved it. I'm just playing.
Much anticipation and much fire and drive in you, as always.
I'm surprised somebody didn't just be like, y'all know that he's just fucking with y'all. I'm surprised Deb didn't say like, he was fucking with y'all, right?
I think that was the beauty of it. Even your closest people that you talk to, like that you've
No,
had with you for a long time,
they
even didn't know.
didn't know. They
Yeah,
didn't know.
yeah.
They didn't know.
That's the beauty of it. That's what you wanted. You wanted that pop, but you guys did your job too well.
When I had Mystic over here apologizing, saying that he felt bad because he ran into Ali as bad as he did, I know I did my job. Because this motherfucker upsets everybody. I have to play damage control because of him. And now he's got to be the one. He's got to be one to be like, oh, now I see what you go through. Thank you.
And I gotta jump off. I'm gonna call my wife real quick.
Oh,
Before
that's
she goes to bed.
understandable. We are coming up to almost the 2 hour and 30 mark. I think it would be a good point to end.
Yeah, I'm about to cut it off too because everything has died except for my glasses, and I know they're about to die too.
All right.
Well,
This is
you
nice.
both gentlemen have a great night, and thank you for coming on to War Room.
All right,
No
have
problem. Take it
a
easy.
good night.
Thank you.